Hey everybody, Roar the Lions UK, Matthew Turner with Ash Soden watching the Jets-Lions game, but we're just here at the end of the World Cup final penalty shootout, and as I see it, Argentina are just stepping up to win the World Cup. I think from Ash's reaction, I can already see that Argentina have won.
It's in
There
the,
it
it's in my
is.
it's in my name. Up the Emmy Martinez. I know he didn't save the two in normal time, but he came through clutch in the actual shootout when it mattered.
Well, never mind that. He got them to the shootout by saving the crucial shot with seconds remaining.
Yeah,
I mean,
true. Yeah,
that was an incredible save. He's the only reason they've won. Like, Argentina folded in that second half.
yeah. And the thing is, as you know, I'm used to him doing this because obviously I support Aston Villa, the team he plays for, and sometimes the stuff he has done to keep us in games. So I remember his first ever game for us way back. It was Sheffield United at Villa Park. 10 minutes in, we concede a penalty, and he just saves it nonchalantly. Just turns to the north stand, which is behind him, and just bows. Absolute legend.
As always, I am going to try and bring you coverage of Red Zone as well as the Lions game. The Lions game today is on Sky, and that means that you cannot watch it on Game Pass in the UK. You must watch it through Sky, which is a shame because it means we get the UK broadcasting. And the UK broadcasting is fine. There's Jason Bell on there, who's been on the show before, on our show, and Neil Reynolds, and it's good, but there's not an assumed amount of knowledge. It is very much a kind of NFL for dummies sort of format, which is good. It's what it should be for the UK market. But for us guys, it's not really Ash for me. It's not what I look forward to, I
Yeah,
have to say.
yeah, same. Like I agree. It's for introductory to introduce people to the sport, great. But for people who know the sport, and especially for us who watch this team that's not really covered by the media, it can be kind of annoying. Like I've got a friend who's watching this guy, and he's told me he's going to count how many kneecap jokes they're going to make today, because that's all they seem to know about our team right now. They don't seem to know about the great play calling from Ben Johnson, the defensive turnaround since we fired Aubrey Pleasant. No, it's all about kneecaps, yeah, man, like all that kind of stuff.
I mean, it's no different to Fox in
True,
that way, a little bit. But,
true.
hope you're all well, guys, in the chat. There's Luke G in there, Grandizer, Prism Mike, Dan Spanos, and of course, oh no, hang on, sorry, I've already said one of those names before. Lady Lion was in there earlier alongside John Ball as well. Hope you're all well. Hope you've had a good weekend. I'm feeling a little under the weather myself. My head is not quite on straight this evening, so if I miss a call, Ash, you'll have to pick me up on it, and I won't be offended. But I'm
I'll try
not
my
quite
best.
all here. News for the Lions today and the inactives. The guard, Coyote Awashika. Linebacker, Derek Barnes. Defensive lineman, Michael Brockers and Austin Bryant. Quarterback, Josh Dobbs, who was elevated for the game, but clearly isn't required. I'm guessing that the backup quarterback, Nate Sudfeld, is good to go. The guard, Ross Pierschbacher, who was signed from the practice squad a couple of weeks ago, is inactive, and so is Craig Reynolds, who is activated from IR. But I imagine that means that Justin Jackson is good to go, despite being questionable on the injury report. Looking at the Jets, Mike White inactive alongside Corey Davis, the wide receiver, James Robinson, the running back, tight end Jeremy Ruckert, defensive lineman Quinnen Williams, Brandon Eccles, the cornerback, and Lamarcus Joyner, the safety. And the Jets inactives is scary if you're a New York fan.
Definitely. So the Mike White thing obviously came back in a game last week. Supposedly it's because he had X-rays and they missed the broken ribs he's got. Supposedly he had to wait for it to calcify to show up, which is, if that's the truth, if it's them trying to just try and win a game, then they might need to get fined. But yeah, it's scary for them. Missing Quinnen, who's just been a monster in the interior, so much so that he was the one I focused on when I looked at their pass rush. Missing Joyner back is going to be hopefully fun for Chark and JMO, since they'll have less safety help back there. And then Corey Davis, it would have been scary for us to go up against looking at their offense, because he's that sort of big, typical big-bodied receiver who can go and get those 50-50 balls. And it would have been fun to see him go against Jerry with their physicality, but alas, we must wait.
And so instead, Zach Wilson, who goes at quarterback for New York, an underwhelming start to his career, Ash, at the Jets. He has had the odd game or two where he does kind of come alive, but the average game for him has been poor to just flat out bad. Are you thinking it's a good thing or a bad thing? Because someone asked me this question and I had an answer I don't think a lot of people would expect.
It's difficult to say because yeah, he's definitely got that high ceiling. I remember when he was coming out and watching that pro day where he flicked that one ball like 60 yards to receiver. He has those plays in him. It's just the confidence, and hopefully on the first couple of drives we can set the tone, get to him, knock that confidence completely out of him. Because if he gets into a groove, he can hurt us downfield. But he's been better than Mike White has been on tight window throws and throws downfield, according to my preview. So if he can get the ball downfield and attack us, then we could get hurt. But it's the pass rush is going to be key for us.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. So someone said to me, "Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing?" And it's like, okay, well, on an average day, it's a good thing. I think that Zach Wilson on an average day has been worse than Mike White has been on an average day. But I think that we beat Mike White on an average day. And if you get that slice of the wedge where Wilson just comes alive, then like the high end of Wilson is higher than the high end of Mike White. I feel like it increases the Jets' chance of winning this game because of that kind of thin slice of the pie argument. On average day, I still think we're better off with Wilson, but I still think we'd beat White. They'd be better off with White, but I still think we beat White in any circumstance. So I'm worried. I'm a little bit worried. Like it would, like Ant said on Twitter, it'd be so like Detroit to just kind of be a part of someone else's narrative.
Yeah, and you saying that's made me flash back to the last time we played the Jets, if you remember.
Yeah.
Week one, Matt Patricia. I've just remembered because obviously I've been scouting Darnold a bit for next week for next week's preview. Little spoiler alert: he's going to be like the pun title this week. But yeah, I remember the elation of that pick six, the first play, and then just the heartbreak of the rest of the game. I'm hope if that happens after the heart attack I've just had with the World Cup, I might not be here by the end. I might have to go and like cry in a corner, just like rock back and forth.
Just cool off somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Miss Bell says, what did she say? Hi, my UK friends. Hello to you. Dan asks where Ant is. Unfortunately, he's caught at work. He thought he might be available for us quite early on in this game, but it does look like he's going to be caught at work because someone booked in a table for when their kitchen closes, so he might have a late finish, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens with that. The Jets are kicking to the Lions, so the Lions will be first on offense. Kickoff is away. I don't know where you are at on Ash on your stream.
Kickoff hasn't happened. I think I can try and get it to catch up. Hopefully, well, it's a problem with streaming on my tablet. Sometimes it's a bit slow.
Okay. Well, the problem with the Sky app is I'm not sure I can pause it, so I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. It's fine. You know what I'm like. I usually have stuff flash up for me like 10 minutes before it happens for everyone else anyway.
I know it. All right, Lions on offense, breaking the huddle, and Goff comes out in shotgun to start, I think. Changing the play straight away. In shotgun, takes a snap, and a little toss play outside to Swift, who gets the start, and a nice little run, jinking run, and gains about 9.5.
Ooh, that is a good start for us. Get the ground game running, and we can attack them hopefully.
Absolutely, Evan Brown gets the start at right guard. That is a welcome return.
100%.
I know that Stenberg played better last week, but he ain't Evan Brown.
Yeah, Brown just gives us that level of consistency which we need.
Goff now under center and Williams in the game. Play action and Goff throws it out to number 82, which is James Mitchell. Gain of about 7 and a Lions first down. Great start for the Lions.
Me and Nat will be happy, and Bry will be happy with that.
I mean, Mitchell getting the second snap of the game and being part of the script. I love it.
Same. Like I wrote the scout report, and obviously Ant and Rye spoke about him a lot last year on the college pod. He has that ability to be a double threat tight end. He can block pretty well and he can receive. It's just obviously just working him slowly back from his ACL injury last year and getting him to that point where he can be that sort of tight end too.
Williams came out. There was the weak eye formation, I think it was, and Williams got hit behind the line but managed to kind of crawl upfield without going down, maybe for a gain of 1. Gain of 4? Oh my God, he got hit behind the line and somehow staggered for a gain of 4. I don't believe it.
That's what we love to see.
Will Parks is playing. I don't know what Ryan was going on about earlier. Did he say that Will Parks was cut?
Yeah, hang on.
It's definitely him, according to them. Lions throwing, and a really good throw to DJ Chark, but he puts it down, unfortunately. DJ Reed on the pass breakup, and 3rd and 6.
Yeah. Will Parks was cut on Thursday. So who is it?
He's listed as a starter by CBS.
Yeah, that's just coming up for me now. I don't know what they're saying. It'll be Ashton Davis who's be starting at strong safety for them.
3rd and 6, and Goff in shotgun. 4 wide receivers in the game. And Jets showing pressure. And they bring 5. Goff throwing. Amon-Ra St. Brown with the completion and running all the way down for a gain of 15. It's not Amon-Ra St. Brown. That is Khalif Raymond.
Khalif Raymond.
Hey. Lovely conversion.
Talk about someone that stepped up in during this season again for us. I remember having discussions in the offseason if he was going to be one and done on the new contract. He's fighting his way to stay here after this year.
There's no question in my mind he stays. He's been excellent as a returner, and he's been very good when required as a wide receiver as well. Goff now 1st and 10 again. Jets side of the field now. At the Jets 37. And looks like they were early on that, but it's not been called, I don't think. That might be the most well-timed defensive snap I've ever seen.
Wouldn't surprise me. Salah was very good at doing that at the Niners, getting them timed up on the snap. I know when I zoom a preview there, timed their get-off times were pretty quick, especially compared to ours sometimes.
Managed to get back to the line of scrimmage, and it's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Yeah. Goff in shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Swift. Big hole! And a gain of 7. 3rd down and 3 coming. Lions now in field goal range. Down at the 30-yard line. And yes, Miss Bell, Messi did win. Argentina won. Incredible game. Best World Cup of all time. World Cup final.
Yeah. 100%. Well, World Cup in general, the amount of stuff that's happened. Morocco, for example.
Yeah. 3rd down and 3. Goff in shotgun, but now changing the play. Empties it out. Jackson with 4 receivers now, Goff, to the left-hand side. 3rd and 3. No pressure this time. Throws. Lovely throw to Amon-Ra St. Brown with the catch. 7 to 8 yard gain. Lions 1st down. Jets dropped 8 into coverage, and that was a fantastic timing route to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Oh, tight coverage. Thread the needle. Oh, yeah. That's a throw that Goff needs to make if he wants to be regarded as the quarterback of the future, and he absolutely has done it. Lions in the red zone now at the 18 of the Jets. In shotgun again, Amon-Ra St. Brown now motions into the backfield. Goff is ready. Takes a snap. Hands it off to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Rushing down to the 12. Gain of 6.
Love to see it. Ben Johnson is really using Amon-Ra like Debo in a way.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see because obviously Salah's gone up against Debo in practice for a good couple of years before he came to the Jets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Prison Mike says Amon-Ra are upgraded Debo. There it is.
Yes, 100%. Because I guarantee, I don't want to guarantee, but I'm saying right now, Amon-Ra does not have the kind of personality that Debo did to try and force his way to get into a big contract.
Lovely throw again to Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's a Lions first down out of the 6. First down and goal, Lions. Lovely throw, lovely catch. Amon-Ra St. Brown moving the chains once again. In a game thought to be dominated by defense for the Jets, a first drive touchdown would be huge for the Detroit Lions. At the 7, first down and goal. Goff in shotgun again. He's hardly gone under center in this drive. 3 receivers stacked to the right-hand side. Goff hands it off to Williams, and he gains 3 down to the 4-yard line. Looks like the New Orleans Saints have a touchdown in the game against the Atlanta Falcons. Second down and goal at the 4 for the Lions. They've taken 6.5 minutes off the clock on this drive.
With his first reception today, Amon-Ra became the first player in Lions history to total 900 plus receiving yards in his first 2 NFL seasons.
Incredible. Incredible. Jumbo set for the Lions here. Only 1 wide receiver. Hands it off. Goes straight up the middle. And a gain of about 2. Oh, and there's fisticuffs in there. Third and goal for the Lions. Down at maybe the 3 or 2. Not sure. 7 minutes gone in this first quarter. Lions need to punch this in. Trying to get loud in the Meadowlands.
Justin, I feel sorry for the Falcons because I don't know if you saw on Discord, their defensive coordinator got into a road traffic collision before the game.
Oh man, that sucks. Justin Jackson is a half-yard short. Oh, handed it off on 3rd and goal from the 3 and got 2.5. Lions at the half-yard line now. 4th down. Oh, it's so close. Here we go. Big call. Offense on the field. 4th down and goal. At the half-yard line. Detroit Lions. Can they punch it in? Jets looking to put pressure up the middle. Lovely design, but doesn't get there. Jets hold them back. Loss of 2 for Jamal Williams and a turnover on downs.
That snaps a 19 straight touchdown from goal to go situation streak.
So James Mitchell came round and didn't quite get the block. It was really good play design by Ben Johnson, but just poorly executed in there. The Jets were expecting it and saw exactly what was happening. Damn, man. That sucks. Okay, let's catch up with how the Lions did on that drive. Jared Goff, 4 of 5 for 42. Rushing game, Swift 2 for 16. Jamal 4 for 8. Amon-Ra 1 for 6. In the receiving game, Raymond 1 of 1 for 18. Amon-Ra 2 of 2 for 17. Looking around the league, that was a touchdown for the New Orleans Saints. And they are 7-0 up against the Atlanta Falcons. There is no score in the rest of the games on at the moment. Right, they're backed up at the 2.5 or 3 yard line now. Ash, our defense has been pretty good of late. We need to force a stop or force some pressure on Zach Wilson. I mean, here you go, son. You've been out for a month. Your first drive, you're going to be throwing the ball from the end zone.
That's what I'm hoping. We get 1 good rush and there's 2 points on the board. That's what I'm hoping for. That's like the best case scenario in a way.
Yeah, could be. I hope Hutchinson's okay. Right, oh, sorry. They were showing highlights. I was like, oh, they're back. No. Oh, damn. I mean, Williams just isn't decisive enough when he sees a block is or isn't happening.
Yeah, just hesitated a tiny bit.
Really promising first drive, though. This Jets defense obviously meant to be very good. No Quinnen Williams doesn't really help them, but Goff very effective on that drive. The running game looked effective too. Just a shame for it to stall out there.
Yeah, 100%. Second, Will Parks is still a Jet. I'm confused now. I'm looking through like their like defensive stats, and yeah, Will Parks is still on their team.
Touchdown Pittsburgh against Carolina. That could be big for the Lions because even though they're 5-8, the Carolina are one of those teams I have pegged to run the table as well and get to 9-8 in the NFC South. Their run-in is pretty favourable, and if they do drop a game like this at home to Pittsburgh, that could be huge. Right, Zach Wilson from the 2-yard line, under centre, and hands it off to Donovan Knight. He's hit the line! Is that a safety? That's so close!
It's down at the 1. Bugs got the tackle from what I could see.
Huge tackle for a loss. From the 2, let's have a look at this. Deshaun Elliott is the first person to contact him. He does get out to about the half-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Deshaun Elliott, the safety coming up. Right, Zach Wilson now spreads it out in shotgun. 11 personnel. Lions in base 4-3. And they're coming. 5 coming. Zach Wilson throws to the outside. And Jerry Jacobs with really tight coverage. Didn't get his head round. I thought that could have possibly been interference. You've seen that call before. But seatbelt gang in full effect.
One of the good things about me being like 2 seconds by I can just watch the lines. John Kaminsky absolutely murdered Fant off the snap there. Just pushed him right back.
Garrett Wilson against Jerry Jacobs. And, ooh, that's very physical by Jerry. Right, 3rd down and 11 from the Jets' half-yard line. Lions showing blitz and press man. Zach, quick throw. Oh, Okuda almost picks it. Oh, so close. Jets go 3 and out, and they will be punting from their own end zone. Lions defense is amped. Aaron Glenn is very happy with that. The Jets get away with one.
Oh my God, I've just seen. Oh no.
Jets punting from the end zone. He is stepping almost on the line at the back of the end zone. Right, Jets punting, and it is high. And received by Raymond. Lots of room there. He's going to go. He's going to go all the way. Khalif Raymond. Touchdown Lions. Let's go. Ho, ho, baby. Woo.
We're just bigging him up, and now he's done that.
An awful, awful punt by the Jets punter, and I know that he only had about 5 yards to get that off, but he punts it to inside his own half. Raymond takes it with a head of steam. The blocking is excellent. He beats one man, and then there's no one else who even gets close.
Great blocking. Great skate scheming of the blocks from Phipps there.
I think that was... Who's that? 59? Is that... No, it's 58. That is Houston. James Houston with the block to get the touchdown at the end there. Khalif Raymond gets a touchdown, and the Lions have a delay of game on the point after try. And the extra point came off the crossbar, and it was just good, but the flag means that they'll be going back 5. Austin Damon says, how does Hutch look? I haven't seen him. Like, I'm sure he's on the field, but he hasn't had an effect for me as yet.
He's on the sort of the opposite side. He's on over the left tackle, so he's the opposite side of the field from where the camera is. It's a bit hard to spot him. But I was going to say, that's 2 clutch plays from Houston in special teams in 3 weeks, because I remember his first get... wasn't it 2 weeks ago against the Jags, he recovered a fumbled punt muffed punt from Raymond, and now the block for Raymond.
38 yards, point after try is good. Lions up by 7. Question by Big Aries in the Twitch chat says, when was the last Lions punt return for a touchdown? Well, there's got to be Jamal Agnew, right?
I'm thinking the exact same areas. I am literally looking it up now.
Oh,
God.
James Houston again, says SW Lion. I mean, what an absolute beast. He got out in front of that and was very effective, and Raymond just leaped over him. Really, really good stuff. SW Lion says, well, I wouldn't say it was an
Ooh,
awful punt. He didn't have much room. He wanted to make sure he got it off. Great run back by Raymond. I mean, you're right. Like, when you're in your own end zone, you know, getting it away is much more important than the distance. But at the same time, you'd hope that you could get it further away than your own 46 as well.
yeah. To answer the question, Jamal Agnew against the Buccaneers, Boxing Day 2020.
Oh, wow. So just under 2 years ago. That's not too
Yeah,
far. We have always been relatively good at special teams, as far as I can remember.
yeah,
Not just the kicking game or the punting game, but even running it back, it's been good.
yeah. Because Agnew made the All Rookies. Actually, no, he might have been All Pro, second team All Pro returner in his rookie year, if I
Yeah,
remember
that
rightly.
sounds right. Right, the Bears up against the Eagles, and they are driving here, the Bears. So that punt as well, someone was saying, oh, he needed to kick it high to make sure he got it away, but he didn't kick it high. It was a line drive. That's why it got to
Yeah,
Raymond so quickly. Like, he should have hit it high, but he didn't. Oh, if the Bears could beat the Eagles, that would be quite fun. As much as I don't want the Bears to win, it would help Lions' draft position.
definitely. Ooh.
Justin Fields with the run, and he actually lost one there. And that's going to go down as a sack. Miss Bell says, I need the Raiders to lose.
They're playing. They're
It's Raiders
Patriots.
Pats, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, she's a Pats fan, so it has to be.
I can see it. I can see it happening.
Saints on offense again against the Falcons, and that's Hill
That's
throwing. And lovely throw by Hill. That's a touchdown for the
there
Saints.
is, yeah, 68 yarder.
Wow. Dalton
Don't know.
subbed out. Rashid Shaheed with a huge one.
That's his third one with Hill. Him and Hill seem to be a good combo.
Really good combo. Lions kick off, and the Jets are going to be bringing it out. Really good coverage. Jackson just misses him, and Kirby Joseph hits him just around the sideline. That's going to be a 21-yard return, and there's a flag on the play. Duffy, it was a punt return touchdown for the Lions. Khalif Raymond. It is a touchdown for the Cowboys against the Jags as well. That looks like that's Zeke. It is Zeke.
Yep.
Right. Illegal formation on the kicking team.
Tell a lot.
5-yard penalty on the Lions, and a re-kick is happening. So Justin Jackson pings for illegal formation, and the Lions will re-kick. Zeke Elliott. Oh, first weekend of the playoffs in fantasy, and it's a lovely thing when you get a ping saying one of your players just made a play.
Yeah. Except for me last night with Mostert, because the one I've got him in, I'm at like a 60-point deficit in projected points. I'm not getting to the next round with that one.
Oh, so I made a rather large wager yesterday on Mostert to get 50 yards, Singletary to get 50 yards, and both teams to score 15 points. That was 8-1, and Singletary finished 8 yards short.
Oh,
It's like, come on, man. You had 13 carries. Just get 4 yards a click, surely. Come on.
that's the one weakness with the Bills for me is that running back room. Like that's
Yeah.
why they drafted Cook. That's why they
Ooh.
brought in Hines.
Oh, fumble! Fumble on the return. He does manage to recover it, gets out to the 20. Oh my god, Braxton Barrios. On the kick, he took his eyes off it. It was kind of flicked up by Fox and quite short. Oh my god, that was almost very bad for the Jets. Sorry to cut you off.
It's all right, don't worry. Somehow KC have still not scored against the Texans on 2 drives.
I mean, Houston almost won last week against the Cowboys. They're not as bad as
True.
people think. They're not good enough to win games, but they're good enough to hang for a while. Oh, Will Harris is in the game for the Lions. What fun. Jets on offense. 4 wide receivers in the game here, and then they are running it with Zonovan Knight to the right, and he's met with a tackle for a loss of 1.
I'm specifically watching this play.
That was Aiden Hutchinson, I think.
Let's have a look.
Looked like Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, so he just stands up the left tackle and sort of gets his arm round as Knight comes coming out the 3-point stance there.
2nd down and 11 now for the Jets. They've played most of their snaps so far on offense behind the original line of scrimmage. Man in motion for the Jets. Sorry.
That was Khalif's first ever punt return touchdown.
Oh, wow.
And he's 7
Line's coming. And almost picked off. Zach Wilson panicked there and almost threw it straight to Kirby Joseph. 3rd and 11 coming. There is a flag on the play. Let's see what this is.
Oh, no.
Pass interference on the defense. But it wasn't catchable. Deshaun Elliott being pinged for DPI. No way. Garrett Wilson. A slight hold on him, but I don't think the ball was catchable.
Same. And Hurts has just been picked off by Kyler Gordon in the Bears game.
What a shame.
It is a shame. I've got him in fantasy.
1st and 10 for the Jets.
Oh. So what I think it's because he's on the replay it showed Elliott had a hand in the jersey.
And really good run defense on Zonovan Knight again. Anzalone came in with the tackle late. Gain of 1. Big gainer for the Panthers. They're down at the 7-yard line of the Steelers. Lovely throw by Sam Darnold, of all people. Lions playing the Panthers next up, so good to have one eye on this game.
Definitely.
Right, Jets. It says 2nd and 10, but definitely gain 1. 2nd and 9. Can the Lions get this done here from the 31? And offside for the Lions. Nice throw. And a conversion for a 1st down. Oh, Denzel Mims is slow to get up. He is struggling. Nice slant route thrown by Zach Wilson to him. Tight coverage. No Corey Davis today, which means it's Mims and Wilson, the 2 big players in the wide receiver room for the Jets. And he's in trouble.
That would, probably shift more to the outside, and then they'd probably put Berrios in the slot. Behind them, I was going to say behind him, it's someone called Jeff Smith. So
that could just be, well, that's anyone, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
SW Line says they could have called holding on Elliott more than DPI. The contact initially was very early. I think it persisted all the way through the route. It was very minor, but it was probably enough. Mims going off under his own power, he might be okay. Let's see what happens. Mims, he gets kneed in the head by Kirby Joseph.
Oof.
Conversion by the Jets. They come out to the 44-yard line. In shotgun again. Lions showing pressure and play action. No one with Zach Wilson, and that's a catch by Smith.
Jeff Smith.
Yeah.
We were just dissing him, and then he comes up with a catch.
Nice pitch and catch for a gain of maybe 8. Wow. More than I thought. 2nd and 2 coming up for the Jets. Favourable situation here. Zach Wilson maybe getting ahead of steam, coming out to just beyond midfield. The 48 of the Lions. In shotgun again. And hands it off this time to Knight. And he's stacked at the line. 3rd down and 2 coming up. Zonovan Knight getting nothing so far. Aiden Hutchinson, I think, again. Sorry.
Yeah. I was about to say, I was going to make a really bad pun and say it might be a long night for him, but actually not.
Oh. Dear Lord.
Oh, no. We need Ant. Oh, we need Ant's live reaction. We to that, and also to what? Yeah, I need him to replicate the Mike McDaniel gift that he has saved for me.
3rd and 2. Takes a snap. Play action. Sack City. It's Houston.
Houston.
Houston, let's go. That's number 5.
He came unblocked as well.
James Houston sacks him, and on 4th down and
right
8,
there.
the punt is going to have to come, I think. What a play by Houston.
Just hesitates, so he looks like he's going to drop back in coverage and then just crashes down. Great play.
And really good job by him to make sure he didn't land on him or anything like that. Really, really good technique. Jets at the 45 are now going to be punting away. Houston, sack Master General.
He needs to come up with a better celebration, because I'm not liking him doing the Gator clap with Alex Anzalone. I do not like that at all. Get it out. Get it out of Detroit.
That bounces into the end zone. Good work by Khalif Raymond, not calling the fair catch, but just engaging a block. And the Lions are coming out to the 20, leading by 7, and they have the ball. Let's have a look at the scores from around the league. Philly, Chicago. Philly have the ball at their own 35-yard line, but that is no score. The Saints are up by 14, and they have the ball at their own 9-yard line. So Atlanta have turned it over. Pittsburgh against Carolina. It says it's half time. No. End of the first quarter. 7-0. Carolina, 3rd and goal at the 5. And I'm just watching the 3rd down and goal. And what happened there? It's a touchdown for Carolina. There we go. Dallas is 7-0 up against Jacksonville. And they have the ball on their own 14. And Houston have the ball in the red zone against Kansas City. 3rd and 10 from the Chiefs' 18.
Can you name the Texans' starting quarterback today without looking?
No. Who's it?
Jeff Driscoll.
It is Driscoll. Cool.
Former Lions legend for 2 games, Jeff Driscoll.
He came in for them last week, I think.
Yeah, because they've benched the Ant's favourite guy.
Yes.
From last year. Mr. Neck himself.
Oh, man. Eagles are getting so much pressure on Fields. Right, 3rd and 10 for Houston. Driscoll throwing to the end zone. Oh, and off the hands. And a flag at the end of the play. Are they going to call interference there? What are they calling? That was in the secondary. Houston could be getting a 1st down here.
Yeah, DPI. On Harris.
Yeah, clear DPI too, but he still should have come down with it. It didn't really affect his ability to catch it, but it's going to be 1st down from the 2-yard line for Houston. Maybe they're going to call that a bit earlier than that. It started earlier. Hope you've all had a good weekend, people in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Miss Bell says, Matt, the next Lions touchdown, please jump up and down with me, even through the internet. I'm doing it in my seat. What more do you want?
Rice just tweeted, Donald and the Panthers making a late run to win the NFC South. I hate to be anyone who still has to play them, and then scared emojis.
It's so true, though. 2nd down and 10 for the Lions. Goff rolled out, but threw it away. Came out an 11 personnel with Goff under center. Only the 2nd time I've seen that this afternoon. Play action. And then rolled out to his right, escaping pressure, but didn't have anywhere to go, so just threw it away.
It was my boy holding down the left hand edge there.
JJ2.
JJ2.
Empty for Goff, and quick throw down the middle. Easy pitch and catch, and a 1st down for the Detroit Lions. Khalif Raymond. Really good stuff. Touchdown, Houston. Houston lead at home against Kansas City.
Davis Mills.
Was that Davis Mills? Yeah, it
They've
was.
subbed Davis Mills. Driscoll might have got sacked on Saxon and Hurt on the first one. Yeah, hang on, it's saying 4-7 for Mills. Said Mills got injured. They've put Driscoll in, and then they've put Mills back in.
Lions on I formation, and Williams up the middle, following his blocks, gaining about 4. Oh, fists coming out in the Houston Chiefs game there as well. This first quarter is winding down here. 1 minute to go. 2nd and 6. Williams checks out. Goff in shotgun now with Swift next to him. 2nd and 6. 11 personnel. 2 receivers to his right. Takes the snap. 2-step drop. Surveys. Plenty of time. And off the hands of Swift. And incomplete. 3rd and 6 coming up. Eagles punt away on 4th and 10. Bears pick it up and taken out of bounds. 3rd and 6 for the Lions then. At the 35-yard line of Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown on the far left-hand side. Swift checking back in as the running back. Gotta go, and were they too late? They were too late. Delay a game on Detroit.
I'm seeing some Patriots fans in the stands at MetLife. That's a bit iffy.
Well, they'll be supporting Detroit, presumably.
I hope so.
Well, I mean, in division, the Patriots
Oh,
have
yeah,
got
true, yeah.
with the Jets, so... Miss Boda said, I just screamed. I thought that was almost intercepted. Why does football do this to us? It did look like it could get intercepted for a while, that throw to Swift. He has an annoying habit when he can't get a catch of kind of bobbling it into the air.
Supposedly, by the looks of ESPN, we just about managed to get a timeout in just before the delay of game.
Gotcha. Right. Here we go again then. Lions. Goff in shotgun. Justin Jackson next to him now, 3rd and 6. Takes a snap. 2-step drop. Pressure. Goff chucks it down to Jackson, and they're calling it incomplete. There's a flag on the play. Couldn't see where the flag came from, so I don't know what it could be. There was pressure, so I'm wondering whether this is holding on the offense.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. On a Saul, the right-hand side.
It was on Penny Saul. Penalty declined, and the Lions are going to be punting.
Come on.
Given the Jets' lack of offense, the end is a clear hold by Saul. Given the Jets' lack of offensive talent, the Lions really shouldn't be risking anything here.
Yeah.
They don't need to gain any extra possessions. They're already up 7.
It made sense to go for it on the 4th and goal because you're pinning them back. If you don't get it there and starting on their 2, you might as well do it. But yeah, just punt it away and live another day.
Good coverage and fair caught inside the 20 by Barrios.
Decent snap by Daly as well.
Yeah.
Decent snap by Daly as well. Because I'm like 2 seconds, but I'm watching like Daly now snap as well. Because I know he's a favourite topic of ours.
Well, long snapper's one of those positions that just goes completely unnoticed until it goes badly.
Exactly, yeah. Well, luckily for anyone who wants to replace Daly, there's supposedly a generational long snapper at the Senior Bowl this year, so keep your eyes on him.
Miss Bell says, I'm way too emotional for football. Do the Lions defend decently with interceptions? Yeah, I think that generally the sort of gritty nature of them lends itself well to defending interceptions, but Goff hasn't been intercepted for a long time, so don't really know what they're going to be like, to be honest.
True, but there's a stat that's in home games he hasn't been intercepted all season, but in away games, he's only thrown 2 touchdowns, like 6 of his interceptions or something. So this, and I remember the last time we were here, he threw that really bad one that then we intercepted Daniel Jones on like 3 plays later.
Mm.
So it was that little bit like in the fourth quarter, it was just back and forth, just turnovers.
Run by Zonovan Knight to the left-hand side, gained 5. It's 2nd down and 5. First quarter's ended. Lions up by 7. Really good game so far for the Lions. Up by 7. Offense looks productive. Defense has been getting a couple of tackles for a loss. There's a sack in there. Zach Wilson hasn't looked that effective. Ash, first quarter thoughts?
Looking good. Defense is definitely doing their job. Offense has been efficient, and then special teams has just been smashing out the park. Right now, Dave Phipp is getting that game ball from me.
Brent says, has JMO been out there yet? I saw him in motion on one play, but he didn't get thrown the ball. That's the only play I've seen him out there for so far. I think they really are, severely limiting his snap count at the moment.
Exactly. Yeah, I think he's been on like 1 or 2 snaps. And yeah, I think it is going to be one of them that either we use him as a decoy for a run because they're going to bring the safeties back to try and defend it, or it's going to be trying to hit that hole and getting the deep shot to him. I don't really think they're going to be trying to use him like in the intermediate game just yet. Get him a few more, like this week, maybe just a few more snaps, get him used to the contact. Then next week on, maybe we can start seeing him do like the slants and intermediate routes.
Be tempted to do it now, though. Perceived weakness in coverage for the Jets and safety with the injuries they have. It just feels like the sort of game where he could really dominate. Cowboys have scored another touchdown. They're 2 scores up against the Jags now. Miss Bell says, what is the man's name on the left today? That is Mr. Ash Soden. His name says on Zoom, up the Emmy Martinez. That's the goalkeeper for Argentina.
Yeah, I was unashamedly supporting Argentina during the World Cup, partly because France obviously knocked England out, and partly because Emmy Martinez is my club's goalkeeper over here, so I had to support them.
Ash writes our preview articles on the website. He also is applying to go to FSU. I don't know when you're going to hear back from them, though.
So, yeah, the application went in on my birthday, and then hopefully it'll be March time we'll hear from them, like we did last year. Let's just hope it's better news than last time.
I hope so for you, man. It'd be really cool.
Thank you.
Have you applied anywhere else this time? Because I thought you had a few applications go out, didn't you?
So not this year, just FSU, but yeah, last year I did went Boston, and then I tried to cross the divide and went and tried to go to Chicago because they're really good for what I want to do over there. But this time, no, I'm just staying committed.
22-yard line for Wilson. He manages to roll out, looking deep to throw. Great catch. Down to the Detroit 40-yard line. Garrett Wilson with a nice play. Lions cannot let him get out like that. SW Lions says the same thing. They can't let him break contain like that. He could have run the ball as well. You're absolutely right. Really good play by Zach Wilson. A really nice throw too. Where
just
only
one of them.
This guy could see it.
This is one of them. When he rolled out, all the secondary had their eyes on him, and Wilson just managed to leak past and get into a bit of space.
First down 10 from the 40 now for the Jets. 11 personnel here and play action again. Wilson back across himself, throws it. Touchdown Jets. Tyler Conklin. Oh, CJ Uzoma.
CJ Uzoma.
Beg your pardon. Jets gonna tie it up. What a 2-play sequence for Zach Wilson, beating Kirby Joseph on the coverage there. Oh man, that sucks. Good play by the Jets.
Really good, yeah.
Naked bootleg for Wilson and throws back across his body, but he's got time to set. One-on-one coverage, Kirby Joseph, because Deshaun Elliott comes down as well on a safety blitz. And Joseph goes for the incompletion rather than bringing Uzoma down. Doesn't get there. Jets point after try is coming. And it is good. 7 points apiece.
Reset, go again. It's to use the old soccer term, it's 0-0. Start resetting your mind and go back.
Lions have the ball again. Big Airy says, man, I have that Jet on my bench. Yazoma's a properly good tight end, and I can't believe he's just down the depth chart there. It's a waste.
It was on him because it was the same in Cincinnati where he was at before. He was always behind Eifer and only really got the opportunities when he got injured.
It just doesn't feel right, really.
Yeah.
Right, so 7 of 7. Goff 5 of 9 for 53. Zach Wilson 4 of 6 for 94 and a touchdown. Zonovan Knight 5 carries for 3 yards. And Detroit rushing the ball 10 carries total for 35 yards. The 53 for the Lions mainly got by Khalif Raymond 2 of 2 for 29. And obviously Uzoma and Garrett Wilson with those 2 big chunk plays for touchdowns for them. Hard to know how to feel about that. That's exactly the sort of drive that I feared when I knew Zach Wilson was coming into the game.
Yeah. It's just what one defensive switch off they needs to gain. And then, yeah, it was just a really good play from Wilson and Uzoma there to get the touchdown.
20-yard catch and run for Jerick McKinnon of the Chiefs, and they tie that game up. Fortunately, I have McKinnon on one of my teams, which is nice. There we go. I like that. Or I'm favoured in 2 out of my 3 paid playoff matchups at the moment.
Love to hear it.
Yeah. So I got 3 paid leagues. I'm in the playoffs in all 3. I made one. Made one of them by going 500, and it was actually it was R1. It was the Roar of the Lions paid one.
Yeah.
And I was playing Rebecca, and she was 7 and 6, and I was 6 and no. Yeah, we were both 6 and 7 going into the matchup, and I was ahead of her. But whoever wins that matchup takes the 6 seed, and I managed. With one person to play, I needed like 22 points to get there, and my guy scored 24.
Like, yes.
So beautiful. No one cares about your fantasy team, I know, but oh well.
Najee Harris is seemingly getting injured for Steelers. They've got Jalen Warren in, and he scores. So their Steelers are 14-7 up on the Panthers.
Jets about to kick off in this one. Greg the leg kicks it away. Deep, and it is a touchback. How do the Lions respond to adversity? They got a special teams touchdown after driving all the way down to the 1-yard line but not converting, and then the Jets carve them up like hot turkey on a Christmas day. Just as a little note for you guys, there won't be, at least on my part, a live stream watching the games on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. Family commitments are just more important. I'm going to be watching the games. I'm going to try and get the normal array of podcasts out to you guys, but in terms of a live show, it's not going to be happening, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm at work for the Panthers game, unfortunately.
Strong eye for the Lions, and running it up the middle, and a nice gain on first down of 4 yards. Oh, Jets person with afters. Jamal Williams got 4 there, 2nd down and 6. It's getting feisty down there.
But we are both very physical teams, because that obviously Salah's a defensive coach, very much like that, and then obviously our teams were gritty. So there is going to be a bit of after, so long as it doesn't spill out into actual fighting. Then hopefully we can keep it good.
2nd down and 6 for the Lions. Jets showing a bit of pressure here, I think. But they only bring 4. Goff, nice throw. Short of the sticks to James Mitchell, gain of 5. And it's 3rd down and 1 from the 34. James Mitchell checks out, but he's been very effective in the passing game so far. Already 2 catches for him.
Yeah. So we almost seem to play like a matchup game where we have him in for like where we want to throw the ball, and then Wright in more blocking, which makes sense because Wright is very athletic and is a bit more developed, has it? But
Third down and 1. Running the ball up the middle. Well down by Swift. Really well done because Jets brought pressure and got penetration, but Swift manages to navigate that in a gain of 3 for a first down Lions. The rotation for the Lions at running back is working today. Swift and Williams both being somewhat productive.
100%.
Both of them on the sideline now, though, which must mean Justin Jackson is the back in there. Along with Kabinda. Play action. Goff. Good throw to DJ Chark with a head of steam down at the 45.
Perfect.
45, I should say, of the Jets. Really nice play for the Lions. Gain of about 15 or no, 20.
Just flips the field for us.
It does. Really nice throw by Goff. Just timing is on point. Very catchable ball. Chark, 18 yards on that one. Here come the Lions again. First down and 10. Chark remains in the game.
Seems we're picking on a DJ Reed a lot.
Yeah.
In this bit. Which makes sense because number one source, but he's also...
Goff looking deep. He's got a man. Oh, really well defended in the end zone. That was Jameson Williams in the end zone and DJ Reed with the pass breakup. Oh, man, I thought he had it. Really good throw by Goff. Touchdown for the Jags. Zay Jones and... Oh, DJ Reed isn't even looking back. If Williams stops just a moment earlier, Reed contacts him, and that's pass interference. Maybe a little bit of experience there would have helped him instead of overrunning it and having to come back. Or Goff underthrew him. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, slightly underthrown, yeah.
Right, second down and 10. Josh Reynolds in the game now. God damn it, that could have been so good. Goff hands it off, and a gain of 2, maybe 3. 2 for Justin Jackson. JJ2 with the tackle there. Third down and 7 coming for the Lions. Such a lucky defensive play. I mean, he does the right thing, TJ Reed, when he's beat, but...
Yeah, you can see on the replay, because at first I thought he hit the back of his helmet and bounced, but you can see him, he swipes it away from JMO. Great
Third
play.
And 7, Jets showing press man and pressure. Man coverage as well. Oh, they hand it off. Gain about 5. Lions are going to surely be going for this if they're handing that off. 4th and 3 at the 38. Lions offense remains on the field.
Seems that Goff changed to play at the line into that run.
Yeah. I think it was a good decision. 4th and 3. Break in the huddle. Goff comes out. I think it's empty. No, he's got Swift beside him. Amon-Ra in... Oh, really easy completion for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Really good. Out of the 25. Lions are driving here. Amon-Ra St. Brown coming across the formation left to right. There's a flag on the play.
Ben Johnson's really been doing the third down plays recently.
Holding play on the defense's declines. Lions do convert that 4th down.
That play was pretty much similar to the Saul one from last week, just with obviously St. Brown in that sort of inline tight end motion position.
Lions taking so much time off the clock. They've had about 3 times as much as possession as the Jets have had here. First down and 10 at the 26 of the Jets. 11 personnel with Goff under center. Not much time left on the clock. Goff has got to go, and he does. 5-step drop. Goff looking and checks it down to Justin Jackson, who's got a long way to go, and gets all the way down to the 10. Gain of 15, maybe 16 for Justin Jackson, and it's going to be first down and 10, maybe from the 11. Nice play by Justin Jackson, turning upfield.
And I'm loving the strategy of almost dinking and dunking, keeping their defense on the field, time them out. Because number one, it ties them out, so later in the game we can just run it up the middle on them. But also puts emphasis on Wilson. So we know we can make those big plays, but
Mm.
it also forces him to take risks. And obviously, that's what we want. We want to force him into errors.
I formation taken. Williams touchdown Lions. Let's go. Oh, there's a flag on the play, and it's going to be coming back. Oh.
Oh, Evan Brown.
God damn it. Evan Brown with the hold. Oh, man. That's rough for the Lions. Let's see what happens here. Evan's the right guard. Oh, yeah, he does pull his man down, and it did prevent a tackle. Now, Williams was a fair amount into that play, so they only lose 7 because Williams had already gained 3 yards on the play. First down and 17 for the Lions. Goff kills the play. First down and 17 from the 18. Can still get a first down, but really you're in a goal-to-go situation here. Goff stepping back, throwing. Nice play to Swift, he did step out of bounds apparently at about the 10-yard line. Misspell. The Lions got a touchdown. Jamal Williams punched it in, but there was a hold by the right guard, unfortunately, which set us back instead. 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. It's gone very quickly here.
Yeah, I've just seen the Swift thing. Yeah, he just, as he spins, his left foot accent touches the sideline.
Second down and 10 now. They've managed to get back to the 11. In the shotgun with 3 receivers to the left-hand side. Goff takes a snap, and it's handed off. Well designed. Swift is going to the end zone, and there's a flag. There's another flag for the Lions. Swift got all the way down to the 1, but this is going to be coming back as well. Holding on 63. That's Evan Brown again.
Evan Brown again. I know what I can hear. I can almost hear Ant speaking in my ears right now because I remember we benched Denberg after he missed the third down block. I can almost hear Ant calling for Brown to be benched after almost 2 back-to-back the mistakes.
So he's saying, what am I meant to do? Well, don't grab him outside the shoulder pads.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, there's a man down, and that is... I can't see what the name on that shirt is. But Lions are going to be coming back another 10. I'm wondering if this is now going to be second down on like 15 or something. John Franklin Myers, that is, down. And after they've lost an interior defensive lineman already, this could be a huge loss for the Jets.
He's kind of like their Kaminsky. Big sort of outside defensive end who just holds down the run and power rushes. So this is a big miss. But it's like silver lining from it means Jermaine Johnson, JJ2 will probably get a few more snaps. Oh, supposedly, Justin Fields just did a madness against the Eagles from the looks of my Twitter timeline.
Oh, what a play by him. Wow. Just seeing it. All the way down to the Philly 9, apparently. Oh, he has gone in for the Bears. Sweet, I've got him on my fantasy team. Get in.
Yeah, Montgomery, 9-yard rusher. Davis Mills has just scored against the Chiefs, 17-yard scramble.
Houston up by 7 then. Wow. Huge. When
I was doing my draft rooting guide and I said, oh yeah, we should be rooting for the Texans to beat the Chiefs, I didn't think it could actually happen.
Justin Fields is an absolute baller.
He is. It scares me.
I love it. Right, Houston PAT is up and good. Houston lead by 7, 14-7 against Kansas City. Things you'd love to see. All right, what else do we have here? Drew, Quinnen Williams is out, unfortunately for them. I say unfortunately. Sorry. Um, yeah, SW Lion says Brown is going to get ping for that every time. He's grabbing on the outside of the shoulders. The officials can see it. It's absolutely true. Big Aries says, what boo, Brown needs to shake off some rust. Yeah, with
Yeah.
Brown, it's just rust and he just needs to get snaps to shake it off a little bit. But at the same time, you didn't see that from other players in that position recently. I know that Brown is a better guard, but he can't give up those plays, and Campbell ain't going to stand for that.
Yeah. Definitely. But to be fair, in defense of kind of Stenberg, Arasuka, and I would actually say they're better run blockers than Brown. It's just that Brown is so consistent with his anchor in the pass game that it almost negates it and makes him the better player when he's healthy.
2nd down and 17 for the Lions. Here we go. Goff, 3-step drop, passing to Swift, and he goes down at about the 13-yard line. So that's going to be 3rd down and 12 for the Lions. Gains about 5 on that one. Lions have dominated time of possession. They've given their defense a lot of rest, and they just need to finish off with some points here. A touchdown would be great, but do make sure you get a field goal here. Dak looking for the end zone, and he's a yard away. Right, Lions, 3rd and 12. Shotgun, and Justin Jackson checks back into running back from being an outside receiver. Goff is ready, takes a snap. 2-step drop, looking, pressure, throws, incomplete. Managed to get it away before he got stripped. That was really, really close. Quan Alexander got there. Jets are amped up on defense getting out of there without giving up a touchdown. They've got to be very happy with that. That's Lawson getting to him. 4th down and 12 for the Lions.
Got to send out the money badger, I think. Don't risk it, just...
Yeah. Michael Badgley, 17 and 19 this year. He's ready to go from the right hash. Good snap, good hold, and does slot it into the right-hand side. I thought that might swing from left to right a little bit, but it didn't. Lions lead 10-7, about halfway through the 2nd quarter. Having a look at the stats so far then at 10-7, what do we have? Goff, 11 of 17 for 115. Zach Wilson at 4 of 6 for 94 and a touchdown. He's had 6 passes in the first 22 minutes. And Zonovan Knight has 5 carries for 3 yards. The Jets with almost no offense whatsoever, but still have a touchdown to show for it. On the ground, the Lions have 55 yards on 16 carries. Swift 4 for 22. Jamal 7 for 19. Looking around the league, Chicago Bears have scored that touchdown as we were talking about, but I haven't seen the PAT go.
Missed.
6-3 then in that case.
What do you expect from a Bears kicker?
Yeah, right. They can't afford that if they want to win that game. What a result that could be for the Lions if Chicago win that game. That'd be fantastic. Atlanta have got a field goal back against the Saints. That makes it 14-3 in that one. Carolina have the ball down 7 against Pittsburgh. Dallas have the ball 7 up. 2nd and goal from the Jags 1. That's 14-7. And KC are 2nd and 4 on their side of the field, down 14-7. What are your thoughts, Ash, on that third Lions drive?
Just tiny mistakes killing us. The underthrow to Jamo, and then obviously the holds on Brown. Just it's those little tiny things. As the Campbell put it in Hard Knocks, we just need to get that last little tiny bit of dirt out of the jeans, and we'd be perfect.
It does feel like we need to get a little bit of pressure on Zach Wilson here. He started out hot, but you've kept him off the field for a little bit, so maybe he comes in cold again. You've got to hope so.
Hope so, yeah. But the problem is, at least for me, is that if we rush him too much, we can see he's breaking the container, getting out of the pocket and making the big plays. That's obviously going to probably be playing on Glenn's and Wash's mind. Do they send a blitz and risk that big play? Maybe.
Touchdown for Dallas. Dak on a play-action pass from the 1-yard line to Noah Cooper. I think that was.
Noah Brown.
Beg your pardon.
Sorry.
Got the first name right.
Yeah, true.
So they're up 20-7 with the PAT to come. And I would love to be in New York right now watching this game. I tell you that Lions playoff hopes very alive right now, but they do need to win this game to keep realistic hopes alive.
Yeah.
They need to run the table, and if they do, I believe they should be in.
Yeah, I saw like a graphic. If we win the table, we've got a 65% chance, I think it is.
Jalen Hurts picked off again by the Bears. Barrios taking it out of the end zone. Good coverage by the Lions, but he gets through and tackled down at the 23-yard line. Good coverage by the Lions.
Oh, the
7 minutes left in this first half. Miss Bell says they didn't go on fourth down, right? Correct. Money Badger got that. Yeah, right, here we go. Okay, Zach Wilson under center here. First time I've seen him under center this game. What does that mean? Wilson, play action. Lots of time in the pocket, throws, and a good completion. Good open field tackle by Jerry Jacobs. That's Elijah Moore all the way down to the 44 of the Jets for a gain of about 19. Wilson is basically operating out of play action. Oh, Mahomes got tackled horrendously. He fumbled the snap, picked it up, and got thrown down almost by the head.
Oof.
That looked rough. No flag, though, on that play. Right, Zach Wilson, 1st and 10 from the 44. Barrios in motion right to left. Hands it off to Zonovan Knight. Good tackle by the Lions. Gained only 3. Maybe 4.
I can see Eagles fans calling for Hurts just to hand the ball off now. They're a bit annoyed at him.
Really feel like Hurts is Hurts and you're 12 and 1, so just let him be him.
Exactly, yeah. You knew what you were signing up for him. He's not the best passer, but he's passable enough. You got to ride with the lows and the highs.
I guess the thing about the Eagles is that Dallas have kept it so close that you need to keep winning games.
Exactly, yeah.
Jets with the toss to the right-hand side. Zonovan Knight has a bit more room this time. Great tackle by Anzalone, keeping it to 4. Really good by him. Oh, and some afters by the Jets. Anzalone showing big balls there. Miss Bell says, who's the Jets head coach? He seems nice. Robert Saleh. He was the leading choice for the Lions fans when Dan Campbell got hired, but he went to the Jets instead. He was, I think the Lions had the option to take him if they wanted, but didn't.
There was the whole cake story, if you remember it. That was a great day on Twitter. But yeah, former Niners coordinator, and then he grew up in Michigan, so there was a load of ties. But yeah, seems we took Campbell. He's gone to New York and done a pretty good job.
3rd and 1 zone read keeper for Wilson and a first down, gained about 3 or 4. Now on the Lions side of the field.
Anzalone's calling for a flag by the looks of things. Let's have a look.
There's no flag on the play, I don't think.
Yeah, it's ticky-tacky, but it seems as Wilson goes past Anzalone, turns to go after him, and the person the O-lineman is going with sort of has a hold on him for a second.
1st and 10 at the 44 of Detroit. Wilson play action. Lions coming after him. Manages to get it away to Zonovan. No, that's not Zonovan Knight. Who's that? Gain of 6. No,
Elijah
gain of 5.
Moore.
Elijah Moore. Looked like he came out of the backfield. It's a bit annoying.
Yeah, he motioned from the slot around like in the backfield and was waiting there, so like a bubble screen kind of thing.
SW Line says, Wilson's looking pretty good, I hate to say. I mean, this is what me and Ash were both saying at the end of it. If you get good Zach Wilson, it's much higher than good Mike White.
Exactly, yeah.
2nd down and 5. 3.5 minutes to go, so plenty of time here for the Jets. From the 39, and they hand it off to Zonovan Knight. And all the way down to the 36 of the Lions. Deshaun Elliott with a tackle, and it's 3rd down and 1. Maybe Miss Bell. I won't reference that, but maybe.
I just saw Rodrigo flip one of their O linemen right over his shoulder, and
Nice.
afterwards, yeah, just there to blocking.
3rd down and 2 for the Jets. They get themselves into these 3rd down situations, and one of these days the Lions are going to blow them up. It happened in the first drive, but can they do it here? Wilson under center, and a jet sweep for the Jets, and really good play design there. Gets to the outside, and Elijah Moore gets the 1st down. Gain of 4. And the clock stops. So 2:35 left, and now the clock runs.
They copied that play from us. I've got to say, that is an Amon-Ra special.
It is. They do have to run a play before the 2-minute warning here. But the Jets are killing clock effectively, and they get the ball back to start the second half. So the Lions want to get off the field with a chance to score points at the end of this half, ideally.
Yeah.
Snap the ball just in time. Play action, and Wilson, hang on a minute. Is there anyone in the area there? He's through with that.
It's intentional grounding time.
Has to be grounding.
Yeah. First flag on the Jets so far this game.
There was no one in the area. Despite what Robert Saleh says, it is intentional grounding. 10-yard penalty on the Jets makes it 2nd down and 20. Saleh is beside himself on the sideline. Wilson does try and get it away, and he does try and get it to his receiver, but he doesn't get it to a receiver in the area. The ball is too short. If it's on the right direction, but it's nowhere close, he's throwing it almost into the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, got spam bots. Ah.
Oh no. Because if he would, what makes it even harder for sides to argue is the fact that Fant's so wide that Wilson is pretty much guaranteed to be in the tackle box no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. All right. We're just looking at the rest of the league stuff that Sky is showing us, but I can tell you that the Bears are up 6-3. Philly have the ball, but within their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, Bears just punted back to them after a massive field sack on the 3rd down.
Atlanta have the ball 14-3 down deep in their own territory. Carolina down by 7, and Pittsburgh have the ball with 2 minutes to go around midfield. Dallas have the ball and up 14 against the Jags. And Houston 14-7 up with Kansas City with the ball on their own 3. So a bit rough for them. The Jets obviously have the ball with 2 minutes to go here. 2nd down and 20. Zach Wilson 6 of 9 for 120 and a touchdown. Zonovan Knight rushing the ball has 8 carries for 15 yards. And the leading receiver for New York, CJ Uzoma, 1 of 1 for 40, and Garrett Wilson 1 of 2 for 33. Lions haven't had a huge amount in the way of offense here. We're dominating time of possession, but it's a bit worrying.
Yeah, definitely, because I hate to say it feels like the Jets are picking up momentum. Wilson is getting into that groove, and that's not what we like to see. Other than the Houston sack on him, we haven't really got to him much.
No. Tony Pollard gains a 1st down there. About 1:25 left in the first half. And the Cowboys have scored touchdowns on each of their last 3 possessions. Oh man, the Lions is a roller coaster. I know they've just said that on the coverage, but it's so true.
Yeah.
You never know whether you're coming or going. Obviously, did quite well in that opening quarter, drove all the way down to the 1, couldn't convert a special teams touchdown. But Zach Wilson is carving us up a little bit when they go to throw, and they're actually leaning on the run a bit more than I thought that they would. Now they know that Zach is doing okay here.
I think it's because they know if they keep giving it to Knight, then they can keep using that play action. That's what I think they're running to set up the pass rather than running it because it's going well.
2nd down and 20 then from the 43. Wilson from shotgun, stepping back, 3-step drop. Houston with pressure. Sack!
By your
Wilson
boy,
sacked by...
Romeo Aquara.
Yeah! Romeo! Let's go! My guy! Yeah!
I like that as well. The sack celebration from him is very good. Potentially the photography, because that's what he's got into when he was recovering his from his ACL tear. He got himself really into photography. Because I follow him on Instagram, he's got some really good pictures.
3rd down and 27. That's the comeback he needed, and there wasn't much effort in that. That was quite quick off the snap, actually. Zach held it a bit too long, tried to escape a little bit. 3rd and 27, and the Jets are out of field goal range as it stands at midfield. This would be a huge stop for them. Wilson with a 3-step drop, short pass, incomplete! And the punting team's going to have to come out here for the Jets. The Lions get out of dodge, 1:10 left, 2 timeouts to go, and they will be driving for another score. That is a massive turn up for the Lions on defense.
And it'll probably feel good for Romeo, because who did he play for before he played for us?
Giants?
The Giants. So he's used to MetLife, so he's doing it in a stadium he knows well, in probably in front of some fans at least have seen him play before. The same with Khalif. I swear Khalif started his career in New York as well. So it's players who used to play in New York turning up for us right now.
Lions brought the pressure there on the punt, but didn't quite get to him. That is not fair caught, and really well done by the Jets to down it at the 1. They got into the end zone to stop it, and they're calling it a touchback. Thank God for that.
Yeah, because the Jets defender was obviously in the end zone when he touched it. Yeah,
he touched the line just before he touched it back.
Yeah.
Really good effort by him, but he was on the line.
Yeah.
Shame for the Jets. Great for the Lions. They gained 20 yards and come out to the 20 with 54 seconds left and 2 timeouts to go. Scratch everything I just said about 2 minutes ago. The Lions could be driving for a 2-score lead. Would feel a bit unwarranted, I would say, Ash.
Yeah, definitely. They've had the, other than the punt return touchdown, they've definitely had the sort of bigger plays in a way. Ooh. So that was Romeo's first sack since September 26th of last year.
Which makes sense, because that's roughly the time he got injured, right?
Yeah, I think it was the same game against, because it was the Lamar Jackson sack that then got them pushed back, and then obviously they had the missed delayed game that got him into field goal range for Tucker. Yeesh.
What else do we have? Ryan McCluskey saying this is going to be a low scorer, and Taib saying cannot afford to leave points out there. I mean, sure, but 17 points in the first half isn't a low-scoring game compared to some games yesterday.
Well,
that Baltimore game was awful for a while.
It's not low-scoring compared to the Eagles-Bears game. There's 9 points in that game.
Kansas City driving late. 2:20 left in that one. Jarrett McKinnon with a big gainer. It's good for the fantasy team. Let's go. Things you love to see. Oh, I'm losing though in the Pride of Detroit one. That's going to hurt me. Kelsey and Garrett Wilson and Olave and Badgley and Chiefs defense. Oh, man. I thought Chiefs defense against Houston was a home run. God damn it.
Yeah. So did I, because the Chiefs have got some really good pieces on that defense.
And they got a great defensive coordinator. I'm a big Spags fan.
Yeah, same. So I remember when they hired him, they were like last in total defense, and then obviously the Super Bowl year, they were like third.
Right, really Lions come out on offense. Sorry to cut you off.
It's all right.
Goff empties it out, but then Swift checks back in at running back. 11 personnel. Goff hands it off to Swift. Big hole! Swift all the way down to the 35-yard line for a gain of 15. Clock now running.
I
Two
like that from Goff.
timeouts.
I like that from Goff. The motion, I know it's not unusual, it's not a towel as much as it used to be, but that motion from Swift told him that they'd be in zone, so he gambled and thought it might be the Seattle throw. So,
Goff had big pressure there.
Yeah, right in this. Oh!
2nd down and 10. 41 seconds left. .41 seconds to go in this first half at the 36-yard line. 2nd down and 10. 36-yard line. Goff steps back. Hesitates and then throws it in the region of DeAndre Swift, but incomplete. 3rd down and 10. 37 seconds left. Big play to Devonta Smith in the Eagles-Bears game, where I find myself in the uncomfortable position of supporting the Bears.
Nothing that not his warm shower won't fix.
Yeah, right. Okay, Goff needs to convert here, otherwise it might give the Jets time to put together a late drive. Goff in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right-hand side, 1 to the left. Takes the snap, only rushing 4. Goff throws it. Contacted at the 40 is Shane Zylstra. 4th down and 5. And the Lions are going to be punting.
I hate to say it, but I think Goff, the pressure's getting to Goff a bit. He's getting the yips a bit. He needs to reset at halftime.
Yeah. Yeah, needs to get some confidence in there. He's looking a bit iffy. Jets take a timeout, and the offense has remained on the field, but surely we've got a punt here, and they do come out now.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep trying to do the old get the patch from offside trick, but yeah, the timeout just nixed at that.
SW Line said, wow, that was a pretty lame series of plays. And that first rush to Swift was good. It keeps them off on their toes, but couldn't back it up. Right, here's the MVP. Jack Fox. Can we pin him deep and just force him to take a knee? Receives the snap at the 26 and gets it away cleanly. Really nice kick. Berrios fair catch at the 18. 25 seconds left with 2 timeouts. Iffy for me whether you take the offense here with Zach in a 2-minute drill or whether you just kneel down and take the ball at the end of the start of the next half.
Yeah.
Wilson has been okay so far, but he's only had 6 completions. It's not
yeah, it's because there've been 2 or 3 big completions. So in our mind, we think he's got a lot more.
Empties it out, Zach. And drops back. Zach Wilson looking deep and throwing deep. Has a man. Catches it. Down at the 30. Beats Okuda. Do they have a chance? They're going to rush down and try and... No, they've taken a timeout. 14 seconds left and they're at the 31. They've got a chance for a touchdown here. Good throw by Zach Wilson. What the fuck is that coverage?
It was to Jeff Smith as well.
Okuda just beaten on that. Tracks the football better than Okuda does, and Okuda can't take him out in the air. 31-yard line, and the Eagles have a touchdown to take the lead late in the first half against the Bears. Jeff Smith with a hell of a play. Timeout was taken, and they add 3 seconds onto the clock. 16 seconds to go. Lions facing potentially going down here by halftime now. How things can change so quickly in the NFL.
Exactly.
Clock running now. Not play clock. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Zach comes out in shotgun. 16 seconds left. Got potentially time for 2 shots here if he wants it, or to get a bit closer for the field goal. 2-step drop. Pressure. Throws to the outside and completed to Smith again. All the way down to the 15 and 12 seconds left now. The Jets are going to have a shot here.
picking on Akuda. That's twice now Smith's got the best of Akuda on this drive at least. Yeah, just caught up in press and he just gets that little bit of separation.
12 seconds to go. Michael Carter in the backfield for the Jets. 12 seconds left. Gotta throw it. 3 defenders to the left-hand side of Wilson. Little stunt, but Wilson throws for the end zone! Incomplete. Akuda looked like he could have been pinged there. I can't believe he hasn't been pinged there. He did contact him early. Against Jeff Smith again, and he holds him way too early. That's not being given. And the Jets fans are beside themselves with no call. 8 seconds to go here. Do you have one more shot if you're the Jets? Looks like it. Lions going prevent here with 8 on the line. Rushing 3. Wilson throwing for the end zone. Incomplete. 3 seconds to go and the field goal unit will come onto the field to tie things up. Chiefs from the 4-yard line with 20 seconds left. 2nd down and goal going towards Kelsey. Incomplete. Good play by Houston's number 1. Whoever you are. Right, Greg Zerline. Greg the leg. From 34 yards from the right hash. To tie it up going into halftime. Snap's bad, but the hold is good. And just inside the left post. 10-10 tie ball game. Jets get the ball to start the second half. Anything you want to mention before I take a quick break? Do you want to just carry on stream?
I can, yeah. I can pull up the chats on my phone.
All right. Okay, cool. I will see you guys in about 5 minutes' time.
What's that, guys? I am pulling up the chats. Do not worry. Yeah, one funky line fan. HG will be pissed. Partly because don't know what's happened to Akuda for him to miss the press twice, but that's Jeff Smith. Been in the league like 5 years, less than 30 career catches, and he's never had one as long as that 50-yard bomb. Yeah, still be a line. Yeah, the Jets' defense is good, but the pressure's just got to go off, and he's got the yips. I think he's just looking around, sensing pressure too much, and not being focused, and it's just stalling us. Like we saw it on that last drive and a half. Great idea to motion Swift into the backfield to check if it was zone or not and take that chance. But then on that, ever since then, when he had all those defenders in his face, he's just got the yips. He's looking around like, where's the pressure coming from, and not focusing on his reads, and it's not good. I did put in the Discord earlier that if this game was going to be like the World Cup game, I would not last the whole time, and it's looking like that completely. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Agreed, Super Lions. It's just, we know, as me and Matt keep saying, we know Wilson has talent. He can do things with his arms. He's getting that pressure. So yeah, I agree. The pass defense has been playing horrible, but it's almost as if we're just not getting to him. Aside from that Houston sack where he came unblocked because of a great play by him, we haven't really got to it. And obviously the Romeo sack a minute ago, we haven't really got to it. Wilson, we haven't got pressure in his face to make him make risks. Yes, Grandizer. Love that pun. Love that pun. You're a man after my own heart right there with that pun. So much of that. To reward you, I will tell you what this week's title is going to be. So obviously we've got the famous coming up. This week, the preview should be called The Same Darnold Story. though, by the looks of things. If they win, I might have to change it because last time we played Darnold, it didn't end so well. Yeah, agreed. SW line, we do need speed. That's why I know it's been spoken about in the pod before, but I'm with Ant kind of going against Jeff Risdon a bit in the fact that I am still looking at an outside corner maybe in the first because, yeah, we just don't have that speed. We have Jerry, who's a very, very good physical corner. Love Jerry to pieces. Akuda can be physical, but I remember when he was coming out, one of the knocks on him was that he wasn't fast. He was like I want to say 4 or 5 speed, and people having having that against him. We do need someone who can lock down a really fat, like a 4-3 or 4-2 kind of receiver, because more and more teams are getting that. Dolphins have Hill and Waddle. We have JMO. Every teams are more and more loading up on speed for that exact reason, the fact that it can kill. Oh, my weekend's been okay. Had work yesterday. Had work, serving a load of people, and then obviously today watching the World Cup, watching the GOAT goalkeeper that is Emi Martinez become Aston Villa's first ever World Cup winning player, and then obviously now we've got this. Hopefully we can turn it around in the second half and make it a very good weekend. But hey, hopefully everyone's having good weekends as well. Hopefully you enjoyed if you do watch English football / soccer, you enjoyed this week's like third place games and the World Cup final. If not, I hope everything's going well. Swear did the Pistons play yesterday? I'm trying to get into basketball more and more as like a sort of secondary sport, especially since obviously don't know if you've heard, but us guys are planning to hopefully come over to Detroit for the draft. So it'd be quite nice to go and have a look at like the Pistons Stadium where they play and have a look at baseball and that. I'm completely waffling. Well, I've just seen the Shaheen touchdown for the Saints. It was a very, very good play. Oh, now CBS is showing Bilson. Doobie-doobie-doo. Oh. Hello, Steve.
How are we doing?
I'm wish I was a bit more optimistic than I was about an hour ago.
That was disappointing.
Yeah, 100%.
That was very disappointing. Where are you boys at emotionally?
I don't know. I can't speak for Matt, but for me, I'm slightly deflated now. I'm slightly deflated. It was looking so good, and then suddenly just momentum has switched to them after a couple of the big plays.
Good to see you, sir.
How are you doing? That was all very very 2021 Lions.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it was that bad. The Lions still managed to move the ball, gave themselves a chance to score another touchdown despite the holds from Brown. We were still in that a bit. I think it's somewhere in between. I mean, at the end of the day, we held the Jets to 10 on offense in the half, and the way that Wilson was throwing the ball, it could have been worse, I guess.
Yeah, I think for me, our secondary has kind of regressed back to its usual level because some of the coverage was appalling. There was 2 plays where we got burnt consecutively, and then Akuda was all over the place for that big throw, which cost us 3 points. So yeah, that was the biggest disappointment. I think the secondary, and like Aaron Gladden, he needs to make some adjustments because that was not good.
Brent just said should have taken the field goal on the first drive. I disagree.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you turn the ball over on the 1 yard line, you've put their offense in a terrible situation. And they showed it because we almost did get a safety a couple of times on that subsequent drive. That showed why going it for there isn't actually the worst decision in the world. And it was a good play design on the goal line on 4th down, just badly executed. But Ben Johnson's fingerprints all over that play. You're right on Akuda. It's concerning. Jerry's looked fine in coverage. We've brought down to Sean Elliott quite often and left Kirby up high on his own, and that doesn't seem to go well. Ash, I know that you're a big Kirby fan, but he does look all on his own out there sometimes.
Yeah, like I've also seen that we've had CJ Moore on the field as well for some defensive snaps. So it's just that backfield we need to fix it up a bit, because I do love Kirby, but he needs the outside corners almost to do their jobs and keep the outside receivers like locked up, because then he can just keep his eyes on the ball instead of having to worry about covering crossing patterns.
Was it Kirby that was on coverage for the Uzama catch?
Yeah, you can just see him trying to go for the ball, knock it out instead of going for the receiver.
I thought defense, in terms of run stopping, we've played pretty well. I thought the front four have played decent. I've not seen much of Hutch, but it was good to see Aquara and James Houston. I mean, I'm wondering whether Hutch is because I think he's been ill this week, so whether he's just going to be limited on snaps.
Hutch has been out there, I think, pretty much every play. He's got a tackle for a loss.
So with the Houston sack, I think he was partly the reason why Houston got it, because he's keeping the left guard and the left tackle occupied while Houston does that sort of delayed blitz. So he was keeping them occupied for them to Houston to come around and get Wilson.
The Lions have 4 TFLs in the first half. That's exceptional. That's really good. I mean, two of those are sacks, I guess, but Elliott and Hutchinson have TFLs otherwise. It's hard to say what's going on here, really. Hutch did look like hell. When he had a media interview on Friday, he was white as you like. He looked like a ghost. He was like, I'm fine, I'm getting on with it, I'm going, like you're infecting the rest of the team, though. Like, good that you're out there, I'm glad you're practicing, but my God, man, stay away from the team and just play if you can play.
Yeah, it was good to see Aquara come back with a sack.
My guy! I really want him to remain in Detroit just so my jersey stays relevant for one more year.
And Swift got 25 yards rushing, so my bet is alive.
How much do you need? 25 in each half?
Yeah. 9-1. That's crazy odds.
He's just been poor, generally. Or inconsistent. He'll do one big half and one slow half.
What do you make of that offense then in general? What were you guys saying during the game?
I started out hot. Goff was making all the throws. Nice timing on routes. The short to intermediate game is good. Ash talked about dink and dunk earlier actually working really well.
It's because they're Seattle 3, so they're kind of like what we saw last week in the Vikings, in that middle sort of portion of the field is going to be open because they focus on the outsides. It's been working. It's just then that drive where he underthrew JMO, and then we had the penalties on Brown that almost knocked the momentum out. And then Goff got the yips with the pressure, and it's just completely come apart. He needs to take a minute in the locker room, I think, and just take some deep breaths, reset, and come back, and hopefully we can smash them, because otherwise it's not going to be good.
Yeah, Goff's got to get used to Jameson's speed, because that ball was underthrown by about 3 yards.
Yeah.
He waited a long time for it, didn't he?
Yeah, there was one point where JMO had 3 steps on Reed.
And he gets so lucky, Reed, as well. He's wildly flailing his arm just in case, which is obviously what you're coached to do, just in case, and it works. But he's beat all ends up.
He was wildly flailing his arms like Emi Martinez in a penalty shootout.
You mean Emi Martinez, who saved one of them? I know he didn't save the 2 in normal time, but he did. He stepped up in the penalty shootout.
Despite Mbappe, World Cup MVP, World Cup final MVP. Has to be.
That second goal was fantastic.
It was. It just... when I was watching, I was like, he stuck that too early. It just went in. I was like, oh, no.
The thing is, sometimes when your instinct takes over and you're doing it with momentum, you just do it better. The goalkeeper isn't quite in the centre of the goal. It just all quite works out nicely, I think. So I didn't mind taking it early there at all.
Yeah.
If you've got the technical ability to do it anyway.
I've seen it a lot with Ollie Watkins, obviously our striker. He's actually better in those situations where he just has to act instantly instead of when he gets his own head and overthinks things.
Ritter's just been picked off for the Falcons by the Saints, by the way. He's 7 for 17 for under 50 yards and an INT. That's a rough start.
Alontae Taylor.
Did you see him Fields' huge run?
Yeah.
That guy's going to be a problem.
I mean,
oh, come on, Matt.
No. I'm a Fields defender, but he's only a problem if that's not the only thing you have to worry about. If his rushing ability is all you have to worry about, then he's absolutely fine. If the Bears organization actually gets legit, wakes up, has a good off season or two, then fine, he's going to be a problem.
This is the Bears we're talking about.
Yeah, so he's not going to be a problem then. If the Bears don't get right and don't stack together a few good off seasons, then who cares? Lions have just kicked off, and it's a short kickoff. Barrios up the middle, stacked up, down at the 24. Have you guys just seen the kickoff? I don't want to be.
Not yet, but I'm fine with it.
I'm going to go back in the other room because I've got on Sky Sports, but I just thought I'd come and check in and test the water with you guys, see what your thoughts are.
Sounds good to me, man. If you want to check back in just after the final whistle, then feel free.
Cool, but yeah, this game's there for the taking, isn't it? This is very winnable, but it's just frustrating because we should have been at least 3 points up.
Yeah, we should be.
Yeah,
if not 10.
Cool. All right. Well, best of luck for the second half. See you soon.
You too. See you soon, man. Bye. Play action pass for Wilson down the middle. Garrett Wilson could have had it. Pressure in his face. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Zach Wilson throwing, is that 23 yards per catch? That's ridiculous.
That is mad.
Mile Marker says, hey, hi, think it might come down to play calling. It's all about coaching from here.
Yeah. On offense, I can trust us to have the better play calls, but it's just that defense.
2nd down and 10, handed off to Knight, and good tackle by Aleem McNeil. Gain of 4. 3rd down and 6. John Robinson says, to me, looks like Okudah has gone backwards since Pleasant left. Could not disagree more. One game sample size for your take, I think. Okudah's gone downhill since he got really sick, is probably fair. But he really did well after Pleasant left for a few games. He was like someone that people were actively avoiding. He's got some rust to knock off because he's been feeling like crap. Yeah,
100%. And it might be that Smith has just got too much speed for him initially.
Really good throw to Tyler Conklin for a gain of 7, and that's the Jets' first down. Came with a blitz and really tight coverage. Good play, but Sean Elliott trying to get his hand in there, but
just a better catch.
Yeah, Conklin, we're used to him doing that to us.
Yep.
Zach Wilson. Under center, 1st down and 10.
Oh.
Wilson, play action again, looking deep. Picked off by Jerry Jacobs, going down the sideline. Can he get all the way? He steps out of bounds at the 12. Zach Wilson picked off, and the Lions are on their way in the red zone.
That was his first ever. I think that's Jacobs' first INT. Let's have a look. I'm going to analyze the coverage. Yep, that is a dumb throw from Wilson.
Awful throw, and Jerry is all over that. As a coverage corner, Jerry's excellent. His ball instincts are really good. The receiver's nowhere near it.
Yeah, it was Wilson again, I think. Number 8, he just lofted it, didn't he?
I love Jerry's decision-making of just stepping out of bounds there instead of risking anything else because he's not a ball carrier. Lions in the red zone, 1st down and 10. Campbell is hype. Well, down to the 15. They've given us 3 less yards than I thought they should. Right, in the pistol. Goff steps back, 3-step drop, lots of time, checks it down, caught by Swift, but he's going to step out of bounds for no gain. Drew said, can Jacobs play slot?
Yes.
Several other people have indicated they think a cornerback could be drafted on the outside and they push Jerry inside. I don't think he can play slot. Personally.
So, supposedly, I'm going off Jeff Risdon here because I remember him saying it during the preseason. Supposedly, he was supposed to be the starter. He was being like groomed to be the starting slot this season, but then it seems with the new like sort of changing scheme we've had, we're looking more for like a Will Harris sort of slot safety kind of hybrid kind of player. So it depends. It really depends. Like I love Jerry. Jerry can be the ultimate. Like he can play outside, he can play inside for me, I think. But yeah, he's better outside, at least for me.
Really good pressure by the Jets there, and Jamal Williams lost one. It's 3rd down and 11, and it really feels like a field goal would be a win for the Jets here.
Yeah.
And yet, you cannot give the ball away if you're Detroit. Taking the lead is all important in a low-scoring game.
Definitely.
3rd down and 11 from the 16-yard line. 11 personnel. Snap taken. Goff, quick throw. Incomplete.
I hate to say it, but Brown was absolutely blew by on that tackle for loss on Williams. He just gets turned, and then Quincy Williams just comes down the B gap.
4th down and 11, and the Lions do not capitalize on the big interception. Raymond with a quick, like, wide slant almost, and I mean, that was at the 5-yard line, so it would have been close to the line to game, but it wouldn't have got there.
He was locked in. Goff was locked. You can see him from the snap. He literally just turns to Raymond, watches him, and as soon as he gets that little bit of suppression, throws it. It was just too locked in.
Yeah. Lions convert on the field goal. The money badger is good. 13-10 Lions lead. Big Airy says, don't forget to wear your seatbelt. Hell yeah, man.
Yes.
Oh. I thought Jacksonville were going to score then, but not quite. Pittsburgh. Oh, that's a big play. It's Trubisky at quarterback for Pittsburgh. I didn't think about that. Oh my god.
Yeah, Pickett's in the concussion protocol.
Yes, of course he is. Kickoff return for the Eagles. 58 yards by Boston Scott. Oh my. Mile Marker said shades of old Lions. I don't believe it.
No.
I don't believe it. And this is all very short-termist reactionary stuff. Individual games happen. I don't agree with this. The Lions that we've seen are not far behind this.
It's just, the Jets have just got a really good defense. It's just tiny little things. If it starts adding up and then it does we just do fall behind, then maybe I might have some concern. But right now it's still close. Like they've made mistakes too. It might just be a battle of whoever can make the least, and I trust us at least right now to not make as many mistakes.
That INT, having just seen it again, is almost an exact replica of the Darnold INT.
Yeah.
It's the same sideline. It's the same really bad throw to a person who's just waiting for it. The only difference is obviously we returned it for a pick 6. But...
And yeah, because it was closer. Because it was literally first place. It was on their 25.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's just hope we don't have to have like DJ Chark forcing a fumble on someone who gets an INT in a minute.
At the end of the day, it's got to be said about this Lions team that they are situationally aware, coaching-wise, of the team that they are facing. When they play the Cowboys, when they play the Chiefs, when they play the Rams last year, they're going for it on 4th down. They're being hyper-aggressive in down and distance situations because they know that they need to convert in these situations. Whereas against the Jets and against a really good defense, they think that their defense can hang with Zach Wilson and that points on the board are going to be really important. So the play calling is more conservative. Now, people would like to see a little bit more aggression, and it has worked for us in the last few weeks, so I'm disappointed it's not a bit more aggressive, but I understand what's happening. Like, it makes sense. Getting 3 on the board there is so important, because how many points are the Jets actually going to score? Now, our defense hasn't been as good as we were hoping it would be, so maybe we need to adjust to being a bit more aggressive, perhaps, but Zach Wilson comes out having just thrown a pick, so let's see.
Yeah, and to be fair, as you were saying that, Ben Baldwin, who obviously us Lions fans have a complicated relationship with, let's say, has tweeted out a graphic that's which teams are the best at avoiding shooting themselves in the foot, which he classes as calling a run play on 2nd and long. The Lions are the 4th best team according to him. With actually, are we? No, we're the 4th worst team. So that completely goes to my point. Yeah. So it seems we call a pass on 2nd down with 8 yards to go on less than about, let's say, 55% of plays. Well, obviously, it's not great. The leaders are the Cardinals and the Chiefs. Cardinals and the Eagles with about 88%.
Wow.
So there's that conservatism coming out right there.
Sullivan Knight again on the run, and he's got space this time and gets a first down. Really good coverage. Really good tackle on the first down by Aiden Hutchinson as he ran right, and the Jets held to have the room there, I think. Holding on the offense.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. I was about to say that the holding on the offense with the Knight first down on Fant as well, so that probably would be against Kaminsky.
Mitchell Trubisky with a sneak touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They might be putting the Panthers' chances to bed here. 20-7 ball game in Carolina. And if the Panthers are out of it, they could be in tank mode from next week, which would be a big deal for the Lions.
Yeah, you say that, but I'm remembering the last time we played the Panthers and they had their like sort of backup in.
Right, 2nd and 17 for the Jets. No flag flies, despite the fact that it looked like the Lions went early. Zach Wilson tackled around the sideline, but Sean Elliott gained about 4, so it's going to be 3rd down and 13.
Time to pin our ears back.
3rd and 13 for the Jets here. Red alert on red zone. What's happened? Eagles going deep and caught down at the 1 by A.J. Brown. And then score the touchdown. 17-6 Eagles.
Falcons have just scored against the Saints as well, so that's 14-10.
Quick throw out by the Jets, but they do not get there. That was a poor play design. Never was going to work. 4th down for the Jets, and they will be punting.
Best thing we could ask for.
Yeah, Will Harris on the coverage there. Well done to him. Lions up by 3 and getting the ball back. I lost one of my bets because Zach Wilson threw an interception. I really thought that they were going to try and protect him by not throwing the ball very much, and how wrong I was.
Yeah.
4th and 9 punt coming up for Man. Bit more room for him. And this one is a bit of a drive again, but goes out about the 30. Oh, 34. All right, Lions coming out in good field position. Lions fighting to go to 500 for the first time since week 1.
Yes, it'd be week 2 where we beat the Commanders.
Was that week 2? God, that was a long time ago. Yeah, week 2.
Yeah. Eagles lost week 1 and then Commanders win week 2.
Oh, that would be such a big achievement if the Lions could win 6 or 7 to get to 500. That was huge.
Definitely.
Right, Goff, 13 of 22 for 119 on the ground. Lions, 18 for 70, including Swift, 5 for 38. That is 7.5 yards per run. Otherwise, the leading receiver has 29 yards. That's both Amon-Ra and Khalif Raymond. For the Jets, Wilson, 10 of 18 for 196, a touchdown and an interception. Zonovan Knight, 10 of 23 for them in the receiving game. Jeff Smith has 4 for 5 for 77 yards. Huge game for him out of absolutely nowhere. Deshaun Elliott now the leading tackler on the lines. Will Parks for the Jets. Looking around the league. Philly up by 11 against Chicago now. And Chicago are on 4th down. So the Eagles going to be getting the ball back. Saints up 14-10 against Atlanta with the ball on the Saints side of the field. Pittsburgh up by 14 on Carolina. Dallas up by 14 on the Jags. And Houston are down by 2 against Kansas City now, which is unfortunate. But you are up to date around the league.
So according to 538, if we win this game, our playoff chances go up from 25% to 41%. It's almost double again.
I think that understates our chances, really.
It does, yeah. But
I guess 40% is something like 70% chance of winning each. No, hang on. If you need to run the table, 40% is 75% times 75% times 75. I can't do maths in my head. 0.75 to power of 3 is 42%. 75% chance of winning each game. Plus the small chance, I guess, that you manage to get in at 2-1 in the final 3.
There we go.
Right, Lions on offense and Goff in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left-hand side. 1 personnel. 1 personnel? What do you call that even? I have no idea.
I want just one person, I guess.
One personnel.
Yeah.
Goff with a 4-step drop and a check down throw to Swift for a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. Haven't seen us target Source at all today.
Yeah, I think the only one we did was the Shark catch and run. Come on, Bet.
Now empties it out, Goff, and does take the snap. Goff, quick throw out to to Khalif Raymond for a 1st down. Good run for 9-yard gain. Lions move the sticks. Really good stuff by the Lions here. Hello to everyone. Hope you've had a good weekend. Thank you for joining us for the game. Not as exciting as the Lions have had in the last few weeks. They are ahead by 3 and they have the ball. Mile Mark says, so great to see all the young players charging at it. J-Mo is in the game. J-Mo alert. Number 9 on the field. Goff under center and run the ball up the middle with Jamal Williams and over halfway to the Jets' 49-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
I think we've used like the one designated JMO shot. So I think it's just going to be a decoy to empty the box a bit for Williams now.
He's got to be frustrated.
Yeah. I would
2nd down
too.
5.
Like I know I said it when we drafted. I just want to see like one bubble screen to him. Like imagine it.
I want to see a shallow crosser.
Yeah.
Play action, naked for Goff. He beats his man, then throws downfield and towards Amon-Ra St. Brown, but incomplete. 3rd down and 5 coming up at the 49 of the Jets. And Darnold sacked, folded like a lawn chair by Cameron Hayward. Really good coverage by the Jets. No chance there for Goff and just throws it away. 3rd down and 5, halfway through the 3rd quarter.
Trevor Lawrence has just been intercepted.
Oh dear.
By a guy called Bland.
Well, there we go. 3rd and 5. Goff. Shotgun. Jets showing a lot of pressure here, but they bail out of it. Goff throws. And Amon-Ra contacted early, but not called. What do the Lions do here? For me, this is a punt.
Yeah. Hit him in the 10. Go again.
Really good. Oh, he was held really early, Amon-Ra there. I can't believe they haven't called that. Jack Fox is on, and again, this is the sort of situation where you could feel a fake punt coming, but I hope that they don't do it here. And it is back to Jack Fox, who does conventionally punt. That didn't look great, that one, and it does go into the end zone for a touchback. Just seemed to come off his foot a bit weird.
Yeah. I'm just looking at it.
Jets come out to their 20, only down 3. Oh, not the... Oh, it got something going there. Got over halfway, but it's stalling out again. This is getting twitchy, Ash.
Yeah. And I'm hoping Johnson does dial up a few more like deep plays, because it is seeming that Goff is sort of reverting back to keep throwing it at Amon-Ra Swift mode.
Or
That's
Ben
one
Johnson
of the reasons
to get a bit more inventive. It feels like we need to do something. What else is going on here? Well, Kelsey is starting to get ahead of steam. That's got to be good for me. It is weird to hear Jay Bell's voice and the fact that he's been on the show. I can't remember what I need for one of my bets to come in. Let's see. I need Amon-Ra 50 yards, Jared Goff 250 passing, and a Lions win. Can we get there? Goff needs another 119. Feels like a lot.
And yeah, Sam Brown needs another 11. Is it 11? No, 21.
St. Brown needs another 21, yeah. I'm happy that St. Brown will get there if Goff gets there.
Yeah. I can see Goff getting it. It's just, as we keep saying, he needs to throw the ball downfield a bit more. We know that Sauce is good. We know that DJ Reed is okay, but we've beat Reed a lot recently, and Sauce, he's not infallible.
No.
He's still a rookie. There's probably something we can do just to confuse him a tiny bit, just to get that 1 yard of separation more.
The thing about Sauce is that he contacts a play far too often in a position where he could get pinged for DPI and just seems to be the right side of the line. But you force him enough to play defense like that, and he'll give up flags. I'm convinced of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm nervous though. Lions season basically on the line here.
Oh, I'm seeing the advert for the Toyota Tiger Sun Bowl. not the bowl that I'm interested in. I'm all about the Cheez-It Bowl.
Is that the Florida State Bowl?
Yeah, we're against Oklahoma.
Well, so that's an easy win then. No?
Maybe, like...
Here come the Jets.
If Florida scared us...
Left. Tackle for a loss, is it? Yeah, loss of 1, just about. Will Harris grabbed the jersey, stopped him getting any further, but it could have been a bigger loss than it was.
Definitely, yeah. So...
Jets 2nd down and 11 here. They're just profiling Hutchinson at the moment. He's had a good day so far for me, especially in the run game. Hasn't had much in way of pass rush.
I think it's one of those where he's getting the focus in the pass rush and letting other people get the sort of plaudits in a way.
Jets 2nd down and 10. They've given them back to the line to gain. That's ridiculous. Play action. Wilson, plenty of time. Checks it down and incomplete. 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Jets.
Juwan Johnson's just scored for the Saints. So it's 21-10 to the Saints against the Falcons. And Dallas.
And the Bears have scored against the Eagles. David Montgomery out the backfield.
Dallas just scored as well.
Who scored for Dallas?
I think it was a field goal.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
All right, 3rd down and 10 for Zach Wilson and the Jets from their own 20. Looks like man coverage. Lions bear. Oh, they bring pressure. Houston's on the play. Wilson got hit late. Chucks it up. Caught by the Jets. What a catch that was.
Elliott didn't get his eyes up to look for the ball.
How did that happen? That should have been picked off.
Yeah, it's the running back as well, Michael Carter. Let's have a look.
Wilson got hit during the throw by Anzalone. Oh, I can't believe that was caught. Deshaun Elliott. Come on, man.
You can see him. You can see he's sitting since half like come out exact same.
Come on, defense.
Oh.
1st and 10 by the line, by the Jets here. Wilson running play to the left, and Carter.
Oh. Elliott's just took a whack to his. It looks like his left hand side. I don't know if it's his arm or his leg, but he's not looking happy.
We can't afford Elliott to go. It looks like his knee. Looks like his left knee.
So that would mean either CJ Moore in or maybe Iffy.
Yeah, because we haven't got Juju Hughes anymore, have we? He's gone.
No, he's gone. Yeah, so it's CJ Moore, Iffy, or hate to say it, move Will Harris back to safety and put Mike Hughes in the slot.
I don't think they're ever moving Will Harris back.
I hope not. So he's good enough at that slot kind of safety hybrid thing.
Yeah.
Still need to upgrade on him. He's a good. He'll be like a good number 2 for that role for us. We just need to get that number 1.
Elliott's had the odd play here or there where he's not been great, but in the main, he's been excellent for us. We can't afford him to go down.
It's sad for him as well because obviously, I don't want to say if it's a bad injury, that's his season done now.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're out 3 weeks and the Lions have to get to the postseason for you to come back.
True. Justin Rogers, Elliott exiting the field with a left arm injury. CJ Moore checking in.
Yikes. That's not good, guys.
Yep.
Oh, the Saints, by beating the Falcons here, would move ahead of the Falcons, I think, and that would mean that they move even closer to the Bucks in the NFC South, which is the worst division in football this year. Panthers with a field goal move to within 11 with 12 minutes to go.
So you say that, but you got to remember going into these games today, all 4 of those teams have a better points differential than the Minnesota Vikings. Oh no,
not anymore.
That changed. Not anymore. It was a hard back. Damn it. There's me trying to rip on the Vikings and then get me again. Oh.
I'm not sure what's just happened in the Cowboys game.
Zay Jones touchdown.
There it is.
59-yarder. Which is sad for me because I've got him on the bench.
Oh,
it's right in the point for me.
I told you when the Jags came and played us, I know that he wasn't good against us, but Zay Jones is legit.
He is, yeah. Admittedly, I think it's in the league where I've got Amon-Ra, Waddle as my wide receivers, so I might be able to get away with it, but still.
Oh, you want him in the flex?
Yeah. Hang on. I know who have I got in the flex in this league? Hang on.
Right, the Jets are in the huddle now. 2nd and 4. Clock is running.
Oh.
Prison Mike says he's not feeling so good. I feel you, Mike. 42-yard line of the Jets here, 2nd and 4. And they hand it off. Tackling is good, but that could be a first down. It's close to the line for Michael Carter.
It's confusing because I was going to say it's confusing to which Michael Carter because there's 2 of them on the team.
I know.
Ooh.
This is close to a first down, but they have marked him short. 3rd down and about a half yard. And now the referees blow this dead. Time out by the Jets, I think. The Jets have absolutely dominated since the first quarter. They've outgained Detroit 2-1 in yards. Oh, if we'd picked Wilson off there, it would have been huge. Elliott's walking off under his own power.
Yeah, so it's a left arm injury. Because if it showed the replay when Card had to catch it, came down his left arm, and then the next play sort of gets it right, like stood on in a way. So he's just in a bit of pain, I think. Fullback dive.
Tyler Conklin with the tight end sneak, and they do get the first down. Elliott, when he was walking off, was flexing both arms, moving
like
them around, and it looked okay. Good defense on that sneak attempt by the Lions, but just couldn't hold him back. He gained 1 on a 1-yard need, so there we go. First down and 10 for the Jets. To be honest, with where we are in the game, if he got a half-yard, I expect them to go again with a similar play. So,
yeah.
Oh, the Jets didn't burn a timeout. What the hell happened there? Play action. Oh, almost picked off. Wilson with the RPO throws it off the hands of the receiver, and I thought it was going to fall into a Lion's hands, but not quite.
Yeah, so it just bounces just out the way of Kirby.
Oh, if you got a little bit more on that. Funky says they're going after Akuda hard and it's working. Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Elliott questionable with a shoulder injury per Lions PR.
Second down and 10. Toss to the right-hand side. Anzalone's there. That's a loss of 2. Third down and 12.
Oh, one of theirs is hobbling off.
Zonovan Knight is injured on the sideline, hobbling off. That could be a massive loss for the Jets.
Yeah. So obviously Anzalone gets him and Joseph just gets him in the knees.
Oh, Anzalone with the hammer. I love it. Lions showing pressure, and they bring it under pressure. Oh, it could have been picked by CJ Moore, but just misses it. Jets are going to be punting, though, incomplete. Oh, man, CJ, come on, man.
This is the thing. We know CJ Moore can intercept it because he did it week 18 against the Packers last year. Admittedly, it was Jordan Love he intercepted, so...
The Jags are in the red zone, only down 10 against the Cowboys. Dallas in trouble. Jets are punting here, 4th and 12 from the 45 of the Jets. Snap it with half a second to go on the clock. Better blocking by the Lions this time. It checks up, but it still goes into the end zone. Touchback, Lions come out to the 20. Juju Smith-Schuster for the Chiefs is taking an absolute beating. He's taken a helmet-to-helmet hit. He's just been dump-tackled by the Bears on his head. Really bad stuff for Juju, unfortunately.
Juju against the Bears?
Juju against the Texans.
I was confused. I was like, hang on.
Beg your pardon.
I was like, hang on. Like, alternate dimension?
They're playing in blue.
Yeah.
Oh, Zay Jones, that play was exceptional. Mile Marker says, does the D have legs for the 4th quarter? I mean, the Lions still winning time of possession pretty comfortably, I think. So, I mean, they may not have the legs, but the Jags shouldn't have the Jets shouldn't have the legs either. Why do I get the Jets and the Jags mixed up?
Jays.
J's, 4 letters, very annoying. So, Dak Prescott was picked. That's why the Jags are in the red zone.
Yeah. Supposedly Garrett Wilson is having a go at Zach on the sideline.
I'm shocked that they would dislike Zach Wilson.
There's a joke in there about someone's mom, but I'm not making it.
Oh, I don't want to lose to Ryan in the Roar of the Lions thing. Miles Sanders has minus 1.9 yards. Minus 1.9 points in fantasy.
Marvin Jones with the touchdown for the Jags. They're back within touching distance to the Cowboys.
Oh, I love it. point after try to come to make it a 3-point game. Drew says, must be nice to Zay Jones to have a QB that can put it 55 yards on the move. I mean, at the Raiders, he had that as well.
Yeah.
Lions on offense and a run play to start. And that's a loss of 2 for Jamal Williams. 2nd down and 12 coming up. Lions getting conservative on play calling. The Jets' run defense is doing very well here. And the Lions need to stop being conservative, I think.
Yeah. I know in the preview I said that their run defense isn't good, but just it's too conservative, and it's.
Zach Wilson does, with respect to him, just look like a child on that sideline.
He does. He does look like a baby.
Goff in one personnel here. 4 wide receivers in the game. 2nd and 12. Clock running. Goff, 2-step drop. Quick throw to Amon-Ra. Almost picked. But not quite. Yes. Threaded the needle and a 1st down for Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Let's have a look. Is this the...
Drew says...
that was a good touch. Oh, they're just showing the Marvin Jones touchdown. Very nice.
Drew just said they have to be conservative because their play action won't work unless they keep trying to run the ball. Well, the Jets aren't trying to run the ball very much, and their play action works all the time.
Exactly, and it's. I don't want to say we're telegraphing it by having it with Williams on the field all the time, but we kind of are. They know because we don't target him much.
Sorry, I formation tossed to the left, gains 4 by Swift, but a flag on the play. This is coming back, holding on the offense.
Frag Ragnar.
Ragnar on holding, that surprises me.
Yeah.
Coming back 10 yards, that's going to make it 1st down and 20.
While we mentioned Ragnar, if you haven't seen his Inside the Helmet episode on the Detroit Lions YouTube page, watch it.
I haven't seen any of the Inside the Helmet episodes, I have to admit. I need to get there at some point.
Yeah, so Frank's this week, very, very good. I admit, I watched it like when it came out over late. I was in bed at like 1:30 watching it, crying a tiny bit because obviously it's him talking about his charity work and what happened with his dad and that. But there's also one earlier in the season with Khalif, and it's to do with him proposing to his girlfriend, and that was also very, very nice to watch.
Swift tackled by Quincy Williams, the brother of Quinnen Williams. Tackle for a loss. 2nd down now and 22 coming up.
Put Jambo on the field, get him running a go, and then have, I don't know, Chark or Josh just run an intermediate route off it. Come on.
Houston Texans touchdown against the Chiefs to go up. Goff in shotgun, 2nd and 22. Takes a snap. They're showing pressure, and they're coming, and Goff under... Oh, he's out of the tackle box and does manage to throw it away. How he didn't get sacked there, I do not know, but managed to stay up. Well done to him. 3rd down and 22 coming up. 2 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, and potentially the most stressful game of the season so far.
Don't want to say the typical 3rd quarter's come out because we have scored it, like we've got the other points in it, but this 3rd quarter,
it's not being great. Lions from their own 20, 11 personnel. No, not even 11 personnel, is it? Yeah, it is. Sorry, my mistake. Goff with a very quick throw to
Leaf.
Yeah. Gain of 10 makes that 4th down and 12. End of the 3rd quarter, and the Lions will be punting. Need Jack Fox to put in a really big punt here.
Yeah.
Brian Shook with a great question here. Okay, we can win the shootouts, but can this team grind out another win in MetLife? I mean, since we got torn up in that 2nd quarter, the Lions have been okay in the 3rd on defense. Yeah. That was the 3rd quarter of absolutely nothing, pretty much. The pick is the one thing that happened.
Yeah, the pick and us getting the field goal, that's it.
Oh, man. Eagles driving to try and put some points on the board here against the Bears. 1st down for them inside the 40 of the Bears.
The Eagles started the drive because Felix Jones fumbled, supposedly.
Oh, the most overdrafted player in last year's draft, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I'm trying to think. I
The
would have
guard
said
for the
that.
Patriots, maybe. But...
I think in the limited time he's seen, he's actually been pretty good, though.
Touchdown for the... Oh, no, broken up. Sorry. I thought the Panthers had scored a touchdown, but it did not survive the defender. Oh, it's a really good play by Pittsburgh.
Or Saints have got a 4th and 17 on their own 4-yard line.
A weird-looking pitch by the Panthers. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 2. Eagles going for it on 4th and 6 from the 33. 4-point game. If they kicked a field goal here, it would make it a 7-point game, but Hurts incomplete. Bears turn them over on downs. Here comes the sky coverage, so you've got to imagine that the Lions are going to be ready to punt here. So slow to get out of this coverage. I don't like it. Here we are. East Rutherford, New Jersey, MetLife Stadium. It looks quite quiet in there. Where is everyone? There's lots of empty seats in MetLife. This is
the coldest, yeah.
It's a winning Jets football team. They are 7-6. Fox does punt and looks like he gets a boom. Oh no, he didn't. Barrios hit hard by Josh Woods down at the 30-yard line. You would hope that Fox would get more than that, but that's only because he's so good.
That looked a bit like there was a play yesterday in one of the bowls where punter purposely kicked it so it just bounced in front of the returner because then the coverage team could recover it, and it actually works. It might be that Fifth was trying one of those like a sort of squib punt in a way.
Okay.
Because I can't remember who it was. I could probably scroll back on the Discord and see it in the college. But yeah, it was very good play from the team. I just can't remember who did it.
Wilson, quick throw. Wilson, oh, good coverage there by Jeffrey Okuda. That's the first good play by him on the day, but in a clutch moment, first play of the 4th.
Yeah.
Second play of the 4th. 2nd down and 10. Garrett Wilson has not been a massive factor in this one. The biggest receiver on the day has definitely been Jeff Smith, 4 of 5 for 77 for the Jets. Zonovan Knight still out of the game at the moment on the sideline. 2nd down and 10. Michael Carter's in shotgun and play action. And really good play to Elijah Moore, trying to step inside and then gains about 6. Anzalone with the coverage there, and actually was very good because Elijah Moore very elusive out there.
Yeah, it was him and Kaminsky, I think, that got the tackle.
3rd down and 4.5. No, 5.5. Here come the Jets then. 4 wide receivers in the game. In shotgun for Zach Wilson. Takes a snap. Drops back. Pressure. Throws. Incomplete.
Good
Wilson
pressure there from
hit
James
late.
Houston.
No flags.
James Houston doing his very best as well there. You could see him just dip under the left tackle.
Yeah. And hit the quarterback a little bit low. So the thing I worry about Houston is his signature move is dipping underneath the shoulder of the tackle. That naturally means he's hitting the quarterback quite low. It means that I think that Houston is always at risk of getting personal foul penalties for his sacks, but he is a small guy, so...
Because I remember the sack on Trevor Lawrence obviously got him injured. There was a load of fans of other teams saying, "God, that was too low in that."
I thought it was too low. I thought it was going to get pinged. Really nice punt by the Jets, and that's fair caught by Khalif at the 9. Detroit takes over on offense. all these times they get a chance on offense, they can kill the game here with a touchdown, because I don't see the Jets getting 2 scores.
Yeah, because the Jets have only had 3 first downs in 4 offensive drives so far this half. So our defense is stepping up. The special teams is stepping up. We just need the offense too. That's all we need. It could honestly be one of those games where it's the first one to like 20 points.
Carolina offense remaining on the field on 4th down despite being down 11 when they're in field goal range and they're not close to the line to gain. Just take the field goal, make it a 1-possession game. What are you doing? Mile Marker says, what would it take to do that? Play calling? I mean, I think it is on play calling a little bit, but it's also a bit just on Goff not quite seeing it today. He's having a bit of an off day.
Yeah, we could do. I know I've called for it before. Just some stuff that's easy reads for him, just to get the confidence and getting the ball downfield again. Might be you just run a few like RPOs where you have like Swift coming across, and you can choose whether to hand it off to like Swift or Jamal or hit Amon Ra on the slant. Just stuff just to get him back in that rhythm.
Jags in a goal-to-go situation, down 3 against the Cowboys. 2nd down and 6 now from the 6. Texans also ahead against the Chiefs by 5. Chiefs in trouble. Texans, this is the 2nd time in a row they are badly threatening a 10-win team.
Panthers took the field goal. It's 21-13 now.
Falcons doing their best to make this a close game. 2nd down and 2 from the 4. Lots of close games today. Jags with 11 minutes left, down 3, 2nd and goal. Mark said, yeah, isn't that what we did against the Vikes for a while? Against the Vikes, we absolutely killed them all the way through the game.
Yeah, that's the difference with the Vikings was he was still pushing the ball downfield. It was just the way that their soft zone umbrella works is that the center of the field's open, so it was still being aggressive. With this, it's just Goff is just doing one read and throwing the ball. It's not what we had with the Vikings. He was still going through his progressions. With this, it's just, oh yeah, that's my first read. It's Leaf. Okay, I'll follow him till he gets a bit of separation, throw the ball, and it's the Jets are seeing it, and we're getting the pressure. It's just spiraling.
3rd and 10 for the Eagles against the Bears. Wide receiver screen gets 15 and a 1st down. Devonta Smith has 100 yards. Lions on offense. Really nice play first up to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Gain of 13 and a 1st down. 2-point attempt coming for Atlanta after they get a touchdown. It's a 5-point game, but a sack. Oh, and a flag. Cameron Jordan with a sack, but I think he got him by the face mask. That's going to be a half the distance penalty and another try. 3rd down and goal for the Jags. Field goal will tie it up for them. 1st down and 10 Detroit. Goff takes the snap and run up the middle. Jamal Williams gains 1, maybe. Campbell not happy with this. The run game not getting going for the Lions.
Yeah, same shakes. It's like
Shook says, I low-key want to see Matthew set up. I picture 8 screens running as he absorbs the information like my blood is boiling, absorbing this whiskey. I'm just watching Red Zone alongside the Lions game. And the Jags lead. Zay Jones touchdown again. Jags lead the Cowboys.
That could make things very interesting.
Goff stepping back. Little dump off to Swift. He's got lots of room out there, and he does get the 1st down. DeAndre Swift in the receiving game. Moving the chains. 12.5 minutes to go. Lions need to get a touchdown on the board to make this a bit more comfortable. Zay Jones on a pick play. Doesn't actually pick the man, and then is free for the touchdown. Good route by him. Lions all the way down to their own 32 now after starting at the 9. Oh no, they called it a 3rd down. What is going on? That was well clear. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that call. Lions with 3 wide receivers to the right-hand side. And Lions, hopefully have called a timeout here. Lions called a timeout.
Oh,
this was clearly a 1st down.
Yeah, it's 1st down. But also, you've got a 3rd and 1. Just hurry to the line and QB sneak it.
It has worked. Goff sneaking has worked for us before.
Exactly. Falcons 2-point conversion succeeds, run by Tyler Algier.
Kansas City are in a goal-to-go situation to go ahead of Houston, 2nd down and 5. Prison Mike says, why not challenge that if you're taking a timeout? You can challenge a spot for a first down and take the timeout if you're wrong. 100%.
Yeah, true.
Mahomes, with plenty of room, he's going to get to the corner, and that's a touchdown for the Chiefs. Lions, they convert for the first down, and they gain almost 10. Williams with a really nice play design up the middle, and the Lions with a huge conversion. Kansas City up by 1 now with the PAT to come. Fake the jet sweep, which we've obviously seen before, to Khalif Raymond. Amon-Ra with a lovely block in there to make Williams come free. Clock is burning. 11 minutes to go here. Lions lead by 3 with the ball up to the 40-yard line. Goff in shotgun. And handed off to Swift. Nice run for a gain of 9. They've only given him 8.
That's a lot better. That's a lot better.
Consistently, the Lions are getting bad spots, and I've seen this the last few weeks. Jerick McKinnon gets a 2-point conversion. Chiefs lead by 3. 2nd down and 2 for the Lions.
That was a good run call for Swift as well, because it's getting him outside into space where he seems to do better. He doesn't seem to do good going between the tackles and trying to run. You just give him the ball in space and let him go. So that was I like that.
Goff under center, killing the play. 11 personnel. Goff, 3-step drop, quick throw, and converted to Amon-Ra St. Brown. First down, Lions. Towards midfield now. Oh, no, way over midfield. Beg your pardon. Down to about the 40? 41?
Yeah. If Amon-Ra gets another 45 yards this game, crosses 1,000.
Legit. He's over 50. I need Goff to get 250 and a Lions win, and I make my bet. That would be very, very happy. For me, I need another 70 yards for Goff also.
70, 64. So yeah, let's say 70.
Was it 250 I needed?
Oh, decent run.
2nd down and 10 now. Sorry, 2nd down and... I just said and 10 as reflex.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 for the Lions. Okay. What did I need? I needed Goff 250.
Yeah, she's at 186 right now.
2nd down and 6. I want to see us take a shot here.
Yeah.
Goff is burning clock very nicely. Only 9 minutes to go. 37-yard line. Hands it off to Williams. No gain. Maybe a gain of 1. 3rd down and 5. They're in field goal range just.
Yeah.
But they're in that sort of position where I think they'd hesitate to let Badgley have a try from here, even though it's about 50 yards.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but it's run, pass. We need to mix it up.
3rd down and 5 for the Lions. Chark in the game. We haven't got him very involved in this one. 3rd down and 5. Yeah. The Lions need to get at least another couple of yards to make the field goal a bit more comfortable. It's from the 36. Lions need to go here, otherwise they're... Or hand it off. And a flag flies. That's going to be a snap infraction, I think. Illegal formation or illegal shift?
Jumped. 58 jumped. Is offside.
Fouls on both teams.
Great. Fine. Let's see.
Offside and holding. Replaying 3rd down. That is getting away with it for the Lions, I think. Ragnall's 2nd hold of the game.
Come on.
A clear hold as well. Extended arms. Engaged. Can't do it. Clock continues to run. 8 minutes to go. 3rd and 5. Lions need to convert here. congested here as well. 3 receivers near the line to gain. Amon-Ra going right to left. Goff looks his way, then comes back, almost throws an interception. Incomplete. I would be tempted to go for this for the Lions, but the field goal unit is coming out. I'd want to go for this rather than go field goal.
54 yards, and I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, Swift was not looking at Goff.
At all, yeah.
This will be a season long for Badgley if he gets it. 54 yards. 7:57 left. Snap is good. Hold is good. And it's swinging right to left, but it is there. No good. I thought it got there. Oh, man.
Just short. Just short.
Oh, Jesus. Come on. God, fucking bollocks. Can't do this.
Oh, everyone's face is on the sideline. Oof.
That looked like it was going to be good.
Yeah.
The thing is now, if the Jets get a touchdown, we then need a touchdown in response. It's a massive difference in what's required.
I'm going to think we've got 2 drives left in this game now. I think whatever happens with the Jets, we're going to have to sort of march down the field to score to win, I think. Come on.
Oh, I don't like it, man. I don't like it. It's not inspiring confidence. The defense has been good since the end of the first half, actually.
Yeah, special teams has been good aside from that missed kick just then. It's the offense.
I don't get the reactionary stuff from Lions fans, or the play calling is bad for the Lions, and it's like, on offense this is, and it's like, Ben Johnson being hailed as the second coming, he's going to be leaving us, he's going to get a head coaching job, but today, oh no, it's all being called wrong. Like, on a game-to-game basis, people don't take the season as a whole into account. Like, he's terrible today, so burn it all. Don't get it. Like, think he's good or not.
It's like in the middle of the season when the defense was going bad, everyone was like, oh yeah, we need to fire Aaron Glenn. But it was like 6 months, like before that, the end of last season, we were all scared he was going to get a head coaching job. So then swing to we need to fire him to now he's back to being the savior.
It's weird. It's legitimately weird. I'm down in 2 of my paid leagues. Oh no. Disaster. Bears trying to stop the Eagles, but they do not. 10 minutes to go in that one. Cowboys against the Jags, driving to try and retake the lead.
Jeez.
Inside the 25 now. 6 minutes to go. James Burgess says, I don't mind the play calls. Take away a few unnecessary holdings and we're in much better shape. I think it is on execution.
It is, yeah.
Right, Jets from their own 44 start here. Zonovan Knight run for 3 yards to the left-hand side.
So he's back, and I thought it was going to be a good night for him.
I thought so too, but he's back. Lions and Jets, 2 of 3 teams with the longest postseason drought. 2010 and 2016 respectively. 2nd and 7 for the Jets. 7.5 minutes to go. The short field doesn't really help the Jets in trying to kill the game. It kind of guarantees the Lions will have a chance, even if they score. 46-yard line of the Jets here. Wilson. Oh, that's a false start. Not called. Wilson buying himself time with a deep drop back. Throws deep. What a catch! By Garrett Wilson. Flag flies. I think that's going to be DPI anyway. Will Harris in coverage. What a throw down to the 20-yard line. Will Harris really all over him.
And then Kirby comes. I like that from Kirby. Just punch it out from him. Jesus.
if you're going to be that physical, at least stop them catching the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Zach Wilson making a huge play. Almost in the red zone now, just outside at the 21 of the Lions. Driving for the lead, the Jets. 7 minutes to go. Wilson hands it off. Carter, no gain. Maybe a loss. I think that's 2nd and 10. Prison Mike says, awful coverage. We have to hold him to 3. Condensed area now. We've been burned deep, but the shorter stuff has actually been okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Call it copium if you like.
It's not. I think that is the game plan. Is let them have the deep and see if we can try and pick it off. It works 1.5 times, let's say. Because obviously you've got the inception
receivers in the game here for the Jets. Wilson, 2-step drop, quick throw to the outside. That's a first down for Barrios. Down to the 6. 6 minutes to go. Lions struggling to hold the Jets here.
Yeah. It just seems we're letting them have like the deep stuff.
First down and goal, Jets. Clock running. Cannot afford to give up the TD here. Lions season on the line. Zach Wilson in shotgun, hands it off. Michael Carter, what a touchdown-saving tackle by Jeffrey Okudah. Gain of 5 by Michael Carter, but he was going to just walk it in, and Jeff with an amazing touchdown-saving hit.
Jeff was almost playing like a sort of safety role there. Jeez.
I know. Oh, Hutch missed the tackle. What a hit by Jeff. 2nd down and goal from the 1. 5 minutes to go. Gotta stop him here. Cowboys touchdown. Take the lead with 3 minutes to go. Jets in the heavy set here. Really heavy set. Sneak. Doesn't get there by the look of it. 3rd down. He's well over the line. Oh, they've given a touchdown to the Jets. Jets take the lead. I thought he was down here.
So they'll probably reset the clock. So we've got 4, let's say kickoff takes about 10 seconds. 4:35.
Oh, he does stay on his feet. Zach Wilson stays on his feet and he is over. Oh, actually, I think maybe he's short. Maybe he's short. This is going to be an interesting call. They are reviewing this.
I think it's because it's just such a part that they can't do it for terms. They're just going for the on-field decision.
Prison Mike says that elbow is down 1,000, 10,000%. I'm not convinced you're right.
Even if they're reviewing it, they've got to rewind the game clock about at least 5-10 seconds because they took so long to make the decision. Let's have a look.
Knee's not down. Let's see where the elbow is. The elbow is down. The elbow is down. The elbow's well down. He's a half-yard shy. Prison Mike, you're absolutely right. This is going to come back.
Bloody better. Oh.
Oh, man. This is so close, though. Even if they call it short. 3rd down and goal from the half-yard line. They just do the same thing. So hard to stop.
Yeah.
Really nice throw by Dak Prescott to the end zone for Cowboys. Eagles also got a field. Oh no, they didn't get a field goal. Came off the crossbar from like 30 yards out. 38 yards.
Texans are 3rd and goal from the Kansas City 10, as if they're gonna take the lead.
Oh, really nice conversion on 4th down for Atlanta, but then they cough the ball up on a fumble on that play.
Drake London.
God, all of these games today are nail biters. Unbelievable.
Every single one of them is one score.
Yeah. Here are the Texans on red zone. I see them. From the 10, 3rd and goal. Field goal will bring them level. Mills. Throw into or batter down at the line. Prison Mike says might even be bad for us because it will take more time off the clock. I don't agree.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared.
No, you got 5 or 4.5 minutes, all 3 timeouts. That is so much time. You want to run
2.
4-minute offense, not 2.
2 timeouts.
2 times. You want to kill clock at that position. Ideally, I think you'd come in with 2.5 minutes there. Hurry up offense is good for Goff.
Maybe, but the way the offense has been looking today, it does seem like it's gonna. If we're gonna score, it's gonna be one of those like long, proactive drives.
Field goal by Houston is good. Tie ball game, 5:11 left by Kaimi Fairbairn. Oh man.
Tweets are coming in. He's been ruled down at the just short 3rd and 1 inside at the 1
yard. Yeah.
I don't want to speak into existence, but there's a best case scenario for us in here, but I'm not going to say it in case I jinx it.
Well, we stop them.
Turnover, yeah.
Big Aries says, "Wow." What do you mean, wow? Oh, short by nothing. Jeez. Okay, sorry. I thought you were alluding to something. I see on red zone they're coming out of it now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's short by a hair's breadth. 4.5 to go. 4:49 to go. Wilson coming back out with the offense. Surely they're just going to punch this in.
Yeah. Colin Pounce is just...
But it's a 3rd and 1/4 half yard. They have 2 downs from here. Right, they're going quick. Oh, snap it and play action and Tyler Conklin touchdown. Play action pass to Conklin touchdown. Lions sold out for the run. Really easy pitch and catch for the Jets. CJ Uzoma with his 2nd.
That's our weakness. That's one of our weaknesses is the sort of tight end play action passes on the goal line.
It was Kirby's man and he just didn't read it.
Yeah.
That was rough. Zach just throws up a really nice catchable ball for CJ.
Fields to the locker room. Justin Fields is walking to the locker room supposedly for the Bears.
The PAT all important here for the Jets. Need to get it to make a 4-point game. Snap is good, hold is good, and kick is good. 4-point game. Jets lead 17-13. 4:41 left in this, and the Lions now need a touchdown.
Steelers sink a field goal to pretty much end the game against the Panthers, 24-13 with 1 minute 10 left.
Sucks.
Yeah. And yep, Nathan Peterman was in for the Bears. Screw up for Skoronski, I guess, for the Bears.
Oh man, Lions season on the line here. Final possession if we want to win this game, really.
Yeah.
Here comes the kickoff. Zerline kicks it to the right, returnable, and it is going to be returned by Justin Jackson. Hit early, down at the 21, maybe the 22. Oh, no.
I know how you feel. I almost predicted it. With how the World Cup final was, I knew today was going to be another day for sports.
I mean, ideally, the Lions don't take any timeouts in this possession. If they stall out, they can punt, and with the 2 timeouts, they can still get the ball back. That's what we're looking for here. You want to kill enough clock that you can still kill the game with 1 drive, but you don't want to kill too much that you can't punt it away.
Exactly, yeah.
Goff empties it out. 3 wide receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Goff, short drop back. Protection is good. Thrown and dropped. Big drop by Brock Wright. Oh, man. Oh, Lawrence fumbles and the Cowboys have it. Wow. Jags might go on to lose that now. 1.5 left.
That might be good for us, though, because it means Eagles, Cowboys in week 18 might be for something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we're alive, mate. 2nd and 10,
Yeah,
4.5 to go. Need to make that catch, Brock Wright.
Yeah.
Hands it off up the middle. Swift goes for about 8, 3rd down and 2. Plenty of time left for the Lions. Over 4 minutes. They are taking this easy.
Hurts and AJ Brown flip the field for the Eagles. They go from their own 29 to the Chicago 3.
3rd and 2. 4 minutes to go. Still time for the Lions to fail here and punt away and get it back. Goff. 4 wide receivers in the game. Jets showing pressure. Bail out of it, but only bring 4. Goff throws to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Nice adjustment and down at the 40. 1st down Lions. Mile Marker says, can we do it? Regain the momentum. I mean, momentum don't matter anymore. Momentum's a long-term thing. This is just, can you do it or not?
Yeah. This is, you've got 4 minutes. What can you do in that 4 minutes?
From the 40-yard line now, on the Lions side of the field, Goff under center, and a running play to the left-hand side to Jackson, gain of 4. There is a lot of afters happening here. The Jets are slowing things down by trying to get a bit aggy. Don't like this. 3 minutes to go. Getting towards the territory where the Lions need it in this possession now. 2nd down and 7. Lions are going too slowly to have another possession after this. It has to be now. I formation. 2 wide receivers to the right. Play action. Goff looking deep. No one there. Checks it down, but doesn't get the yellow. It would have been a 1st down if he completes it to Kabinda, but doesn't have the throwing power to get it to him when scrambling away like that. Kabinda exits. 3rd and 7. 2:31 left. Lions in desperation mode now. Third and 7. 4 wide receivers, no, 3 wide receivers and Brock Wright. No, it was Shane Zylstra. Aligned wide. And Lions are taking a timeout. Goff not ready. Saints tried to run a sneak to kill the game. Do not get there, but 9 seconds left. They turn the ball over on the Falcons side of the field, and that's over. No timeouts left. They've got to run some sort of funny play.
7 yards. Yeah. Probably a hook and ladder drill for them.
Tried to run a quick out, and they do get it down to the 33, but they still need to go 67 yards here in 5 seconds. Lions, 3rd and 7, out of the break. 2:31 left. 4 wide receivers in the game now for the Lions. Stack receivers on the left-hand side. Only bringing 4 the Jets, but get pressure. Lovely throw to Khalif, but did he get there? I don't think he got there. He's short by a half yard. That'll be the 2-minute warning. Did he get there? Oh, it's really close. Having a look at that again. Oh, the head of the ball is so close to the line, but I think it is short.
Don't want to knock Khalif, but he should have just, if he ran that route an extra yard, just run it to the sticks.
4th down and inches, 2 minutes left. Lions season on the line. Eagles TD kills the game. Cowboys going deep, Dak, and incomplete. The Jags are going to have a chance with a minute to go. Right, Jags 3 points down, 56 seconds left on their own 29. Lawrence, chance to win. Lots of time in the pocket, throws incomplete. Zay Jones looking for a flag, but doesn't get it. Steelers, Carolina, and Steelers are going to win that one. Prison Mike said, should have had another timeout if we challenged a spot earlier in the half instead of a timeout. I love MCDC, but that's on him. I want to see the replay of that play because you're right, Mike. You're right. We should have had maybe one there extra, but I don't know. I don't know. Lawrence has got a first down, and they are running hurry up. Sorry, Ash.
Eagles got a 2-point conversion against the Bears.
Okay.
I'm not going to have a go at them for putting a beat down on the Bears, but why? Why go for 2?
It's weird.
Oh my.
I guess if you're up.
Oh
no,
my.
that doesn't make any sense.
Oh my.
What?
I'm saying nothing. I'll mute myself.
What? Oh, that's giving me anxiety. Lions at the break, 4th and inches.
Sorry.
Goff play action. Oh my God. Caught by Brock Wright. Loads of room. Brock Wright gonna go all the way. Can he get in? Brock Wright. Touchdown the Giants. Let's go. Yeah, buddy.
Can you see why I'm muted? Can you see?
Lions regain the lead. There is time on the clock for Zach Wilson, but my God, what a call!
I just looked down at my phone and I just see Colin Pouncey tweet touchdown Lions, and I'm like, holy crap! What a fucking
play action pass to Jared Goff. Brock Wright completely free with a man out in front of him. Oh, what a play! Point after try to make it 3. Really important for the Lions, and Badgley is good. 20-17 Lions. All the onus now on the Jets. Sorry, Ash. How well done for you, sir, to not spoil that. Oh,
exactly.
God.
That's why I muted, because I was like, I can't. I had to let you see that live without knowing what it was. But what? I'm sorry, Miss my aunt, if you're watching this, but what a fucking play.
One play. 51 yards to Brock Wright. Let's go! Lions need to make a defensive stop now. 3 timeouts for the Jets, 1:49 to go. Special teams and defense need to work in unison here. Someone just said we scored too soon. And can I say to that person, fuck you. Not happening. Do not care.
We ran that pretty much exact same player in the season as well with Brock Wright, and it ended pretty much the same way.
When you said that, I thought we got stuffed and turned over. I really did. You said it so deadpan.
That's what exactly. I was like, I had to contain myself. I was like, I've got to say this as like sadly as I can to scare you, so then the elation is even greater.
Oh, that was exceptional. Well done, sir.
The thing is, I've just seen Ben Johnson. He's literally sitting there now on the bench, looking at a tablet as if he's like, what could I have done best on that play?
Zach Wilson coming out here looking for a game-winning drive. Jared Goff goes over 250 yards. If it stays like this, I win £180. Please?
250, yes. 252, yes.
Come on, please. Jets. First down and 10 at the 25. Wilson looking. Pressure. Sack!
Romeo Aquara!
Number 2, baby! Oh, what a play by Romeo!
In the space of a few minutes, you've gone from dejection, like, how can we win this, to suddenly we're just like...
Wilson dropping back deep, looking to throw long. He does! And overthrown to Braxton Berrios. 3rd down and 19 coming up. Jets have all their timeouts. If they don't take another one, the game isn't over.
Butker misses the kick, so it looks like Chiefs-Texans is going to overtime.
I love it. They're going to have a chance, the Texans. There's going to be 7 seconds left.
12 seconds. They're on their own 41.
No timeouts, but they'll have a Hail Mary chance or something, I guess. Jets 3rd and 19. Gotta go for it here. Wilson dropping back 6 or 7 steps, throws and complete. Garrett Wilson down to the 39-yard line. Oh no. Lions had a chance to get off the field and they cough it up. At the 38. Don't take a timeout, which is good play by the Jets. 1 minute to go. Wilson. Lions bringing everything. Romeo Aquara almost got there. And, Wilson almost copped that up on a fumble. Oh, that was close. 53 seconds to go. Everything on it for these two teams. Everything on the line.
Yep, Mills needs it for the Houston. It's going to OT. Holy Jesus.
2nd down and 10 for the Jets. 53 seconds to go. Lions with almost everyone on the line of scrimmage. Showing pressure. And they bring it. Wilson almost hits, he throws. And complete for the Jets. Garrett Wilson again down at the 48-yard line. And they're calling 1st down. Clock continues to run. They have not called a timeout here. 38 seconds left. 35 seconds left. This is now mismanagement by the Jets. Take the snap. Wilson looking deep. Throwing deep. Incomplete. Barrios looking for DPI, but not getting it. 25 seconds left. It is crucial the Lions do not commit any penalties like that here. 2nd and 10. 25 seconds left. 3 timeouts. You can't take them with you. You can't take them with you.
Bears have just scored against the Eagles.
Justin Fields. To Byron Pringle for 35 yards. 25 seconds left. They need 13 yards to get into field goal range, the Jets. 25 seconds to go. Time almost gone. Get the snap off. Wilson under pressure. It's get sacked.
Kamish! John Kaminsky!
Timeout taken by the Jets. 3-point game, 19 seconds left. 3rd down and long.
They have to go about 25 yards, I'd say. Okay, they're saying 13.
Sacked down at the 40. 3rd down and 18. Lions with a chance to get off the field with a win and go 2-0 in New Jersey.
Oh. Jags are on the Dallas 30. 5 seconds left. Chance to win it.
With a field goal, is that?
No, but now they need to score a touchdown. But if they take the field goal, it goes to OT.
Surely you take the field goal.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're going to.
Yeah, they are. Jets. Wilson gets it away. Incomplete. 4th down and 18 incoming. 14 seconds to go. 2 timeouts. A completion for 20 or so yards gives them a chance to tie this game up. Or they go for Hail Mary and go for it all. What do they do here, the Jets? Field goal for the Jags is... Timeout taken. Timeout taken. Bears are going onside kick. 2:43 left, but they've only got 1 timeout. Here comes the Jets. 40-yard line. Game on the line. 14 seconds left. 4th and 18. Emptied out. Lions bring 4. Bring 5. Anzalone. He's got his hand on him. But Wilson gets away. Loads up. Throws. Chucks it up. Complete. Elijah Moore. Time is gone. Time is gone.
I'm afraid not. The refs have given the Jets a timeout. They've got 1 second for a 59er to take it to overtime.
The Jets, yes. So they will have, from the 41, they'll have a 58-yard try. Let's see on the clock here.
I will mute myself just in case I see what happens.
I don't think he got the timeout in time. I just saw the clock. I don't think they got the timeout in time.
Nor do I, but...
1 second left. 1 second. Jets have a chance. Greg the Leg, one of the biggest legs in the game.
Right, I'm going to mute myself.
Okay. Zerline from 58, career long of 60. Everything on this for both teams to go to overtime. Zerline, snap good, hold good, ball down. He's dragged it left. Lions win. Lions win.
Fuck the Jets. And what did I say? 1st to 20 wins. 1st to 21. 7th.
Oh!
I want to say this is the latest we've been 500 or better since the Caldwell era.
Chalk it up.
Yes.
157.50. That makes up for a few bad bets recently. Ah, yes, baby. Lions go to 500. 7-7, 6-7. Running the table is still alive. And the game that is going to decide the Lions' fate potentially later on this weekend, Giants Commanders, huge game for the Lions' fate. Whichever way it goes is not good for the Lions.
I say that. You know what I want to happen? Another tie. Just imagine that they tie both times, and it's just no one gains anything, because that means that half a game win they have just goes away. It's back to square one. That should just be funny.
Just watching the end of the Jags game here. What a throw by Trevor to get him in field goal range. Riley Patterson nailing the field goal to get the Jags into overtime. And as we saw before, the Kansas City Chiefs and Harrison Butker missing the winning field goal for Kansas City. Houston going to overtime there. Let's have a look at the Lions and the Jets. Goff, 23 of 38. Not his best performance, but 252 and a touchdown. No interceptions, no sacks allowed. Lions go 107 on the ground on 28 carries. Jamal with an anemic performance, 13 for 33. And Justin Jackson, 6 for 16. But the return of DeAndre Swift, to production, 8 for 52. In the receiving game, Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown led the way, 7 of 10 for 76, and Khalif Raymond, 5 of 6 for 53. Brock Wright, with the clutch play, 1 of 2 for 51, and the only receiving touchdown of the game for the Lions, the only offensive touchdown of the game for the Lions. In the Jets, Zach Wilson, 18 of 35 for 317, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Zonovan Knight, 13 carries for 23 yards, and Michael Carter, 4 for 15. They went 22 for 50 overall. In the receiving game, Garrett Wilson, 4 of 9 for 98, and Jeff Smith, 4 of 5 for 77. Defensively, no one got above 6 tackles for the Lions, but they did have 7 TFLs in total, including 2 sacks and the return of Romeo Okwara. For New York, they also had 4 TFLs, including 2 for Quincy Williams, who had a really good game, I thought. Otherwise, Jerry Jacobs with that huge interception really did change the focus on this game. Ash, your thoughts?
Defense came in clutch. I know the focus has been on the offense in previous weeks, but defense came in clutch. The one good thing to say about the offense is they've proved they can win against a top 5 defense now, because that's what everyone sees this Jets defense like. So we can prove it's ugly. It's definitely ugly. It's not the best win, but we've shown we can go against a really tough defense and win. And that will bode well for the next couple of weeks, because Panthers defense, they have players, but not as good. Bears defense still has some decent players, but they're changing defensive scheme, new head coach and all that, not as good. And the Packers, despite all this hype about them in the offseason that they're going to be a great defense, are really bad. The chances of running the table have gotten up a lot more, in my opinion, now.
Houston have punted, and the Texans have the ball with a chance to win. Ay, ay, ay. Right, Eagles with a chance to ice the game here. 3rd and 6, 2 minutes to go, and the Bears have no timeouts. So first down ends the game for the Eagles. Bears need to make a stop. They're roughly in field goal range as well. Slant, good. AJ Brown complete. Game over. Eagles win. Move to 13-1. Bears move to 3-11. Oh my God. I feel so good for Romeo.
Same.
The guy deserves it. He works so hard. He's a UDFA, made a name for himself here, got paid, and hasn't really had a chance to repay that. Not of his own accord.
Yeah. So you got to remember, before he went down against the Ravens, he was leading the league in pressures with Myles Garrett. That's how good he was for us. I know he's only just coming back, but if he can come back healthy, start next season, you've got him, you've got Hutch, you've got Kamish who can all play, and Pascal who can all play that close side defensive end. You've got Hutch, you've got Houston, you've got Charles Harris if he comes back, who can all play that rush end spot. Our pass rush, for the first time since 2014, we've got a legit pass rush, in my opinion. We might need to get another defensive tackle, but that's not as big as it needs. We thought it was earlier.
Houston has coughed it up in their own area, and I think that they have the ball recovery. Let's see.
No, Willie Gay's got it. Colin.
Red zone calling that the Chiefs have it.
Yeah.
Butker in range, if that's true. Defense coming up in the clutch. I mean, so Zonovan Knight was going at 5 yards per carry before this game. We hold him to 13 for 23. That is 1.7 yards per carry. Incredible.
Mad. It's mad. Like, we're gonna. Where is it? There it is. I said, what did I say? The offense. He had a he had a DV of 23.9. He was one of the best running backs by like Football Outsiders. Admittedly, he didn't have the 100 carry threshold to officially rank him, but most of his stuff was up there. He was a really, really good running back, and we've shut him down. This run defense has come alive. We can defend the run. Maybe it'd be a test against Field to see if we can hold down a Russian quarterback.
Yeah.
But next week we can stop Foreman and whoever, like Chuba Hubbard, whoever the Panthers throw at us, we can stop them on the ground. It's now just another test of beating a volatile quarterback in Darnold.
Yeah, 100%. Chiefs win it. Jerick McKinnon with a 29-yard rush for a touchdown.
Oh, God, I'm on my bench. God damn it.
I have him in my league. I'm against Ryan Farden, and I'm going to lose the matchup in the playoffs. But I have Jerick McKinnon going for 34.2 points.
Oh, my God.
And I'm still going to lose because he had McCaffrey going for 25, A.J. Brown for going for 27, Deontay Johnson going for 20. He's having a heck of a day.
See, and then I've got the opposite. So this league's not in the playoffs yet. It'll be next week. It's more one against people I used to go to school with. I'm projected to win it because I've got hurt. Obviously, I've hurt my quarterback. I've waddled on that. But I have McKinnon on my bench with 30.2 points and Zay Jones on my bench with 33.9, and I'm still projected to win. And he had McCaffrey as well. God damn it.
Prison Mike says that game was seriously exhausting. I'm feeling it now. And to be honest, with my cold/undiagnosed COVID, I'm probably going to go to bed very shortly. I'm drained. I mean, the Lions did not make that easy for themselves. That Jets defense is very good. And actually, the O-line dealt with it quite well. I know there was a couple of holds in there from Brown early, but other than that, a couple of holds on Ragnow. Nothing much else to speak of. No sacks. Goff got out of a couple of them, but no sacks. Couple of TFLs, but we had more TFLs on them than they did on us.
Exactly.
I thought that was a terrific performance. I mean, it's gritty and it's not very nice, but that's a sort of game that you think MCDC would make his bread and butter on, really.
Exactly, but now it's turned into a disappointment to see that from the offense to win like that. That's how far expectations have come this season. Not only from us now, but from the fans, but perhaps from the media. Yeah. Which is almost scary in a way, because what's it going to be like next season? Where let's say we finish second in the division, facing that second place schedule might be hard. Because I know we've got the AFC West next year, so there'll be Chiefs and Chargers and Raiders if they keep card. That's 3 really good offenses.
It is, but second place schedule from the NFC will be Cowboys, Carolina, or Saints, and
Seahawks.
I mean, that's fine. Cowboys picked off! And it's going to be returned for a touchdown! Jags win! Jags beat Dallas! Oh my God!
Who got it?
Rayshon Jenkins!
Oh my.
Things you love to see. I got Dak and I really, really needed a touchdown for my chances against Ryan. I don't care. Dallas lose. Jags are still alive. Joseph Murdoch says, greetings from across the pond. How about that game, folks? 4-leaf clover. Nothing, no luck about it. This defense was legit. Kamish, Romeo Aquara, Hutchinson.
Houston.
Everyone on D showed up. Even
Bugs got some good plays as well in the run.
Bugs got some good plays.
Mad.
Even Okuda, who got burned a couple of times, also had a couple of good plays. You know, one of those things. Is this going to stand? It is. What a catch that is by the Jags defender. Kool-Aid Kid says, I still wasn't scared, even when we were down late. This team is so different. They are gritty. They never give up. On defense, on offense, on special teams, there's always a way to win. John Doe says, we won. We beat the Jets kneecap. Beat it off. Bit it off? I'll go with it. Anzalone is actually good. That's a lot of weeks in a row now, says Prism Mike. Anzalone's revival has been one of the stories of this team, Ash.
Yeah, 100%. I remember listening to a podcast. I think it was the Detroit Lions ones. He was good in New Orleans. It's just he couldn't stay healthy. And then last season, he's playing for the first couple of weeks with Jamie Collins, who is as useless as me at linebacker, and yet he has the body for it for the first couple of weeks, and then he's dealing with a rookie Barnes and all that beside him. This year, where he's got Rodrigo, who he can actually trust, Barnes, who's took a step up, and a front four and a secondary that you can kind of trust. He's been able to just focus on his own job instead of having to do his own and then think about, oh yeah, what's the guy in front of me doing? What's the guy behind me doing? What's my partner doing? He's able to just focus on his job, and it's so good for him.
It's exactly what we talked to the Jets guys about on the preview show. They were saying about how Quinnen has been opened up and being the best DT in the league because he's not trying to do three people's jobs.
Yeah.
It's such a massive thing no matter what position you're in. Anzalone making up for people doesn't work. He's not that good a linebacker. Like, when it comes down to it, you're asking an adequate linebacker to do several people's jobs. He's going to look bad. Let him do his job. He's good, especially against the run. He's very reactive to that sort of thing. In fact, even in coverage, he was good today. I was really impressed by him.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I know people use PFF grades as a thing, but even PFF say themselves, they're not good at grading linebackers. With linebackers, you've got to use the eye test. And right now, he is passing the eye test. Like, I know everyone probably wants to draft like a linebacker in the middle rounds, like I'm on Tankathon right now, and they have us taking Jack Campbell at 61. I actually wouldn't mind if we wait till we're getting to the point now where I don't want to say it too loudly, but do we really have any big glaring needs? Like, everything else, you can kind of make the argument this is not a number one priority. We have a load of maybe like leads, but none of them are like, we definitely need to get this, otherwise we're not going to be good next year.
I'm with you. I mean, if we just go through it position by position, quarterback, you can make the argument. Running back, you can make the argument. Wide receiver, you can make the argument. Tight ends is probably a need, but it's lower down. It's not a very high value position. Offensive line, right guard is a need, but again, Evan Brown, you can make the argument maybe. Okay, let's flip it over to the defensive side of the ball. Interior defensive line, well, if Buggs is going to be this guy and if McNeil's going to be this guy, I'd like to get someone else that's a three-man rotation, but it's a mediocre need. Edge is okay. If Romeo's going to play like this, if Hutch and Pascal are going to play like this, we're fine. Charles Harris can come back too. That's a good rotation. Okay, fine. Linebackers, Anzalone, Barnes, and Rodriguez. Ideally, you'd want improvements on all three of them. But it's not so bad that you're like, it's a desperate need. If you run with those three, it looks okay. It's fine. Cornerback, Jerry looks great. Okuda, he's really good, but he's up and down. And you need to kind of live with that. You can't really replace Okuda. You look to replace Jerry, and Jerry's playing fine. So CB, not a massive need. Safety, Kirby, Tracy, if you can return to Sean Elliott, not a massive need there either. Kicker's going to come back. Punter's going to come back. Special teamers are all good. There's no massive glaring needs. You're right. 100% agree.
Which is great, which is obviously, it's a bit of a sucker for us who want to do mock drafts, but it's also great because we don't have to go in like we kind of did last year and think we need to get X, Y, and Z. We can literally sit there and Holmes can do his best work. He can just let the ball fall to him. If he wants to make a trade back up and down, he can. He can just let the ball fall to him, turn to his board and say, who's got the highest grade? So if we get to the draft and we're there at 4 and Carter's there, great. There's an upgrade on the interior. But if we get there and I don't know, it's Miles Murphy or Quinnen Johnson, I would actually be okay if we're there at like 4 or 5 with the Rams pick, and he turns around and thinks Quentin Johnson's the one thing we need to make this offense great. I wouldn't be too upset at it. I know it's probably a reach in terms of value, but if Holmes thinks he's the best player available, I can back it. It's not like last year where I could turn around and be like, if we took Thibodeau, I would be upset because I'd have Hutch above him. We're at open field now.
So Drew wants to let go of Anzalone, Acquara, and Harris. Like, I can see it if we're replacing them through the draft, getting a bit cheaper there, that's fine. But Romeo's that guy, and he can play up to that contract. I fully believe it. He needs to stay healthy, but it's not like he's had a history of illness or injury or soft tissue stuff. That was a freak injury. Now, he could do it again next year because he's done it once now. But I don't think there's a proven history of that. Anzalone is a priority re-signing for me.
Yeah, it's up to him, Elliot, and Kamish are probably the three got and Bugs. There's 4. One at every level, re-sign and then be happy.
Drew's saying you have Pascal and now Houston. Yes.
So Pascal plays the closed end role, so Harris doesn't play that. So So I know I get what you mean, but also Pascal. Romeo, he needs a bit more development in the pass rush. I know I was very high on him when we took him, but he's good at the run defense, but he needs a bit more in the pass rush. Romeo can sort of hold down the fort for another year, and then when it becomes financially viable to cut him, then we can do it, because I know there's an out at the end of next season, I think, in his contract.
For Romeo?
For Romeo, yeah.
It's the end of this season, so he doesn't have a contract beyond next season. It's he's on the hook for $14.5 million, and you get $7.5 million back if you cut him. So it's close. So we were all saying on the pod, if he doesn't play another snap this season, you cut him, because you can't be sure that he can come back and do this. If he shows anything this season, then you have decision. 2 sacks when he comes back is a heck of a way to say, I want to stay.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. You can never have too many good pass rushers. That's one of the sayings. You can never have to. You need to be like at least 2 deep at edge rush. You need to be 2 deep at corner. We're pretty much there.
I think the thing is edge rush. So if you say we've got Comish and Pascal at one end, and we've got Hutch and Harris at the other end, that's a 2 deep rotation on either side that I'm pretty happy with. But a 5th guy in Romeo being able to go either side, I think is actually really attractive. And you have to avoid the cap number, because the cap number is important. The cap saving is the important thing. Can you replace Romeo's production for $7.5 million? Is the question, because that's the cap saving you have. I would argue no, but I would say I don't disagree hard enough that if you say yes, I think you're wrong. I think it's marginal. But $7.5 million is a lot of money, but as a pass rusher, it's not. Yeah, it's not that high. Drew says Romeo is not good, and I just don't think. He said he had a 10-sack season once, but it had a 10-sack season, and that was bookmarked with a good end to a year beforehand, and 3-4 good games after that. So it was actually a season and a half of really good play. Like, that was the most recent play he had up to what's just happened now, and then he got 2 sacks in this game. Like,
exactly. I'll walk you back to what I said when he first came. He was leading the league in pressures with Myles Garrett before his injury last year. Myles Garrett, who you see consistently on these pass push charts at the top of pass push win rate and double team win rate. That's where Romeo has. He has that ceiling. He might not have the athletic gifts that Myles Garrett has, but he can be productive, and he's bought into this culture. You can search. He stayed around the team. There was reports when he got injured, and that he was around the facility, still in the room helping. He's obviously got his brother as well. He's been helping him, grooming him, and that. Romeo is 120% bought into this culture.
So the thing about Romeo is his decision will come down to who we pick with the Rams pick, because if Will Anderson falls into your lap, Romeo's gone, and I'm with that decision. I get that. If you go quarterback, Romeo stays. Like, your decision about whether you keep him is basically down to that pick for me. If you pick someone in round 2 or round 3, I think you have a bit more of a decision. Julian is the one who's in real trouble.
Yeah, Julian for me is gone. Houston does that same role, the sort of pass rushing linebacker who's on the outside edge of the rush end. Houston's done that and has been a lot more productive in it what little we've seen him compared to what we've seen so far of Julian. I like Julian. He was a high pick. I remember before he got injured in mock drafts, he was going like top 20 as an edge rusher. It just hasn't come together for him, and it might be better for him to go elsewhere and find a new start and just reset.
So, where do we have? Giovanni says Romeo has to keep playing in rotation. Joseph says, do you guys see the Lions looking to shop the Rams pick? They can still get some solid talent with more picks. So here's the thing about that question in general, is in a vacuum, the question means nothing. And that makes it so hard to actually answer what you're asking. Are they going to be in the market to trade up or down? As Ash said, they're going to be willing to do anything in the draft, because it really depends what deal is on the table. If you offer me going back from 4 to 8 and you get a first round pick next year, they'll be picking that up every single day of the week. If the best deal on the table is going back from 4 to 21, you pick up a second rounder, they're gonna say get stuffed.
Exactly.
Like, the devil is in the detail. If you want to ask that question, you have to propose a trade for me to say yes or no to, because they're going to be in the market to move down on every single pick.
Exactly.
Because if the deal is too good to be true, then you're going to take it.
And it also depends who's there. So let's say we're there. Let's say we finishes. Rams pick is 4th, and the top 3 picks are, I don't know, Young, Levis, and let's say the Bears in front of us, and they take Peter Skronsky, the offensive tackle. You're there at 4, and you have the chance to take Will Anderson, and then you get a trade on offer. You've got to balance that in as well. You've also the vacuum is also there. Who's there to pick? Because that also, let's say it is that, and it's, let's say, Will Anderson, Young, and Carter have gone. Is there going to be as much demand for that 4th pick as there would be if Anderson or someone else was there? Probably not. So it's very much.
If Anderson is on the table and the Lions get a move down for 4 spots and 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick,
I'm doing it. Yeah,
I will say it's a hard decision, because I think if you get Anderson, this team could go all the way. And do you want to say, well, I'm building for the next 5-10 years and I want all of those guys, or I want to win this year? Because you are making that decision on that pick at that point in time. But Goff has the offense playing well enough that if the defense is a top 5 defense all the way through the year, that you could threaten something.
Look, exactly. Perfect example of it. The 49ers with Jimmy G had a really, really good defense, and he was able to make it tick along good enough to get them to a Super Bowl. And for the most part, that Super Bowl, I remember they were winning, I think, up until like halfway through the 3rd. So it is possible. And he's done it. Goff's done it before with the Rams. It's just that the Patriots had the perfect game plan to shut the offense down. So it is possible. But hell, Flacco with the 2012 Ravens, really good defense, and he was good enough and had caught fire just the right time in the playoffs for them to win a Super Bowl. So the formula is there.
So Kool-Aid Kid says DTD, CB, RG, and S are his wants in the draft, and I can see all of those being reasonable ones. In terms of need, I see cornerback 1 being the need I want, because I want Jeff to be my 2, and I want Jerry to either be starting slot or outside cornerback 3. I think that would be a really healthy rotation. Strong safety's a need if you don't return Deshaun Elliott. Otherwise you've got 2 free safeties, which is only good if you have a 3rd safety. Otherwise, how are you running this secondary?
Exactly, yeah.
So strong safety is a need. Running back's a need for sure, and right guard's a need. But at the end of the day, all of those picks bar CB you can get reasonably in free agency.
Yeah, or lower down in the draft. Like as soon as you said such strong safety, I know it's a homer pick, but it's because I've seen him. Jamie Robinson, he'll be there at the end of the 3rd. And trust me, he can do everything on the defense in that secondary. He's played outside corner, he's played slot corner, he's played free safety, he's played strong safety. He's a dime linebacker for us. He can do everything, and he'll be there at like our late 3rd round, in the 3rd round, and he can come in and he'll do it brilliantly. This year, just gone, so the season before, while Jermaine Johnson was ACC defense player, he led the ACC in interceptions. He can also get to the ball as well. Right guard, you can get. We've seen with Jonah, 3rd round, you can get a good starting guard. Like a corner is the one massive. Let's say if it's in the 1st, you can get a Witherspoon or Joey Porter. I'm there.
So Drew is making the point about guard that we have Vaitai, and then makes the sarcastic comment, why would you draft a guard when you have an established starter with an injury history on the roster? Okay, fine. But Vaitai was injured when we signed him, and that was a similar-ish injury, I think, to what he has right now. If he can't come back, it's an easy cut. If he's marginal, he was marginal with his cap saving anyway. We did restructure that deal, which makes it harder to cut him, but it's still a reasonable saving. In Evan Brown and Tommy Kramer, we have able people behind him. It's okay having one mediocre player on the offensive line as long as they're not seen as a weak link. And I don't think Evan Brown is a weak link generally. bit rusty today, but I think it's okay. He says, so is Aquara. Where is his other previous injury history? And he is back fit today. Vitae is not. Aquara has a few weeks to prove his fitness. Detfanman says, Vitae can come back. 1 year left on deal, but his expensive deal was on the cut consideration list. 12 million cap hit or 5 million dead. So 7 million saving? That sounds high, actually, with the restructure. I think it's less than that. Let's have a look. We have Vitae, 6.5 million savings, 6 dead. So I think that's marginal, because I think that you already have replacements on the roster. You might even have to draft anyone there.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, at the end of the day, I wouldn't even draft for need. Just draft best player available, and then you work the rest out later.
Exactly. That's how the best teams do it. Look at the Ravens and Eagles this year. Like, the Ravens didn't really need another strong safety. They had a good one in Chuck Clark and Tony Jefferson. Carl Hamilton falls to them. They draft him, cut Tony Jefferson. That's how the best teams do it now, is they use free agency and the draft well enough to paper over most, like, premature the cracks, and then just let what best player. If it happens that you've got a player in that one that you need to cut, so be it, because you're getting cheaper, and that's just how it is.
Brown is a unrestricted free agent, as Drew rightly points out. I mean, you can cut Vitae and return Brown for maybe half the money that the cap saving is. I think you could probably get him back for 1 year, 4 million if you want to, which is double what he's on right now.
Because he'll want to stay, because you got to remember, before he came to us, he was like, I remember Risen covered him in the Browns. He was rubbish. We have turned him into a good replacement level starter. He'll want to stay in his culture. He could have gone last year and been, I don't know, the Panthers center or guard, and probably got a lot more money, because
he was a restricted free agent last year, though, wasn't he? Oh, I know that we signed him to a proper deal rather than giving him a tender, but we could have tendered him if he wasn't going to.
We could have. Exactly, we could have. I think, but if I'm right, I think it was very close to his the restriction ending. He could have been signed elsewhere, I think. Because I remember us saying that was a steal. Because I remember I was scared. I remember being scared last year, because obviously he came in for Ragnar. I was scared that, oh God, another O-line needed team might come and get him off us.
Drew says he could get 10 million a year. I just don't see it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't see it.
I know. Yeah. No wonder it's in number 2. I don't think he'll, as I say, I don't think he'll take it, because he knows this scheme. His scheme works for him. He knows the players in that, and that does count for something with players. We saw it last year. Who was it that we were worried we're going to lose other than Brown, and it came back for way cheap? There's quite a few players.
Yeah. Dan Pask has a question, which I think is quite interesting, which is conceptual. And it says, if we do get Will Anderson, what happens to Hutchinson? Do we put him back on the closed end like at the start of the season? Yeah. He says, hi to, by the way, go Lions. So in base defense for me, Hutchinson goes at the closed ends, which I realise is not his best position, but it is what's best for the Lions. But I actually use Will at the rush end, and Hutchinson becomes the chess piece. Wherever your weak link is on the defensive line, on the offensive line is where I put Hutchinson. If you have a weak link at guard, I'm lining you up inside almost all the time and just saying, unless you do something about this, Hutchinson's going to burn you inside. And then you put a pass rusher on the outside, because Hutchinson can do the rush D work from inside. So and he may be less effective there than otherwise, but...
Or we could just change the front scheme. We could go to a wide 9, have him and Anderson at the 9s, and then have the guards occupying the interior. It can work. Like, I know the current scheme, and I'd love to harp on about it because I wrote the piece about it. He would go to the closed end, but we can change the front. We changed it this year to fit the players. So why can't we do it again next year? Let's say we get Anderson, and then with our own pick, we get Witherspoon, the cornerback out of Illinois, who's the best graded man coverage corner. We can change the front scheme to go to Y9 to accommodate both high picks at edge. We changed the scheme at the back to go to more man, which plays into Witherspoon's strengths. But yeah, good question.
Anyway, we'll get into the Jets game tomorrow when we break it all down. I need to go now and collapse. So, Ash, thanks for joining me for this one. It was really good to have you actually all the way through. It was really good fun.
Thank you.
Cheers. If you got a Prime sub, throw us our way on Twitch. That'd be much appreciated. Otherwise, like, sub, comment, rate, all that good stuff. You know, it helps out. Super Saiyan Lion says, I can't believe this. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Lions are going to the playoffs, fellas. Speak it into existence. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's go, Lions, one pride.
Let's go.